Streets talk about. If it ain't making money, ain't nothing to talk about. Keep my mind on them stacks, cause that green give you cloud. If it's bread making, baby, I'ma always throw that down. I done put my work in the streets, rapping shot on these beats. A lazy man gon' stop, but a grinder always gon' eat. Everybody can't do what I do, that's why I'm crushing your crew. From Chi-Town, Memphis, Tennessee, and all through the Lou. I'm so fresh and so new, got a hot album too. I done came out of nowhere and I'm taking all of these suckers' juice. I keep my promo on them poles, keep that powder out my nose. I'm staying focused, man, with a million copies sold. Say my name. What's my name?
The Chicago nigga.
Say my name. Stayed on my green. I ain't never gonna let nobody talk me out of rolling with my team. Y'all know what I mean. It's money hungry fiends. They think they can outsmart you by selling you a dream.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Homie. And they can't figure me out because they don't know me. You got that paper, show me. My mama didn't name me Toby. These suckers want slaves, but I'm shaking them like Kobe. It's real in the field. Kill.
Yo,
Suckers
fuck
better
you
chill.
fucking with.
But I ask brother Will, the king is in the building, so you haters take a meal. Say my name. What's my name? Say my name.
The Chicago nigga.
Welcome in. Come on in here. Come on up in here. We gonna talk about basketball. You know it's basketball. They playing basketball. You know it's basketball. Y'all, we got to see basketball tonight with no drama, just a little bit of drama, but you know, a little bit of shade. But you're supposed to expect that in games that I played. Bars. You got what I'm saying? Y'all, listen, tonight. Woo-wee. I am happy. I got to finally get to see both my teams win in the same night. So it ain't nothing you can do to make me mad. I'm going to celebrate and be excited today. I'm going to celebrate a win for us. That's right. The Angel Reese fans, the Caitlin Clark fans, and my Sydney Taylor fans that has now entered the chat. Yeah, so I'm going to just tell y'all straight up, this was a drama-free night. I'm glad that it came this way. And the three ladies showed out, and had a ball and playing basketball tonight. And I was happy to see it. I didn't get to watch the Indiana Fever game, so in between, that's what I was doing to get back on. I did watch the highlights so I could have some, you know what I mean, know what I'm talking about. And then, of course, the Mercury got beat by the Connecticut Suns. Damn, how bad can it get? Wow. Free Anisha Morrow, or Morrow, as y'all would try to correct me. But I'm just saying, y'all, welcome to the Gingerbread Man Show. This is Steady Servn Sports ENT, an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap. What's up, K-Sap? Shout out to the Full Court Trio. Shout out to the Players Club. Shout out to Cut That Ish Real Talk Sports. And shout out with Court Vision with So Pretty Tony. So I want y'all to always, man, support me and my clan. Yeah, that's how we do it in Chicago. Me and my squad, my gang. You know what I'm saying? We over here, man, in the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast Network. We making history. You ain't never seen a black coalition of brothers and sisters on YouTube with a network that is doing what they need to do and make it happen on these YouTube streets and show unity and show that we are together and show that this is the best network of people that you could watch in or on the YouTube streets. Now, I would like to say hello to my people that's first in the chat. I want to give a shout out to my main man, Brian Lewis, my brother from another mother. Fact man, this is the fact checker. Real Money, the nephew, is in here with his negative ass. I love you though. Hey, I see RC, you new up in the building. Hey man, RC Buckets and more. Hit the subscribe button. I thank you and appreciate you and want to get to know you and see you more. My sister Shirley. Oh, Sister Shirley, how long and how far we came from December in 2024, y'all. From December in 2024, this lady and my brother that's up in here, Brian Lewis, seen the development of this channel. I see my baby girl Not For The Week with her fan self. You know what I'm saying, up in the building. But guess what, y'all? Basketball was played tonight. I am happy. And guess what? I'm proud of the young ladies tonight for showing up and showing out on my teams. What I would say, the Atlanta Dream and the Chicago Sky are winners. And Dubs in the chat. Dubs in the chat. Hey, Live, Laugh, Love, how you doing? I see you up in here. Dubs in the chat for the ones who put their bodies on the line, put their game on the line. I appreciate you too, Real. Recognize Real with my man RC. That's my uncle name that passed away just a couple weeks ago. We put him to rest this Monday, but that's my uncle name. So you're gonna be remembered right off top. Whenever I see you, I'm gonna make sure I acknowledge you, RC. My sister Bernadine, listen, my sister Bernadine, you know I love you. Noah King, we gonna talk tonight. Hey, if you was looking for some glazing, it's gonna be some glazing. I'm got my look. It's gonna be some glazing tonight. Let me make sure. Hey, this ain't big enough on how I'm gonna glaze. But I'm just saying, chat. We are okay. Here you go. We gonna glaze tonight. You can put some honey. You know what I mean? Put some honey all over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we winning tonight. W's in the chat. Cause guess what, man? Guess what? Hey, my sister Donna. We have came a long way in basketball. 30 years of this. And I have came a long way in talking about basketball in the last 2 years and coming to you guys with honest hands. And when I came to YouTube, I told y'all, I say, well, guys, I'm an entertainer. And I know how to entertain. And being on those stages and going all over across America, with my group, my rap group, Soldiers at War, who is in the Chicago Music Hall of Fame. So y'all could go and fact check that, because I know the people in the back is coming in. Go and fact check Soldiers at War, legendary rap group of Chicago. Yeah, you gonna see your brother right there with my chain in my hand. You got what I'm saying? But bars. But the thing is that y'all, it's been a great journey. The highs, the lows, the angry part, the happy part. You know, this has been a season of roller coasters. And we still ain't got the refereeing right, y'all. Brian Lewis, I need you to navigate and also put it all together so we can send another letter out to Kathy Inkelberg about these referees. I mean, because this is terrible. This is the worst refereed professional basketball league that I probably have ever seen. This is professional basketball. This is professional sports. They should have a more legitimate. I mean, I thought the NBA was terrible. The WNBA is atrocious. Don't nobody want to be referees anymore? No, she doesn't care, but I just want to document that letter. I want to also apply it and put it on every whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? You got my email, and man, we can put that letter together, and I'll flash it every time on our shows that we do, and make sure that the people that come in know that we're serious about making change in the WNBA and continue to make change. Because if you don't take a stand, if us don't do anything, we're just going to be complacent, and that means we're just as guilty when we just sit on the sideline and let it happen. Now, y'all, I'm happy because Camila Cardoso did very, very good tonight. And she's getting better and better and better. Hold on, chat. I got to go in and out. Okay, I don't know what was going on with my mic. But mic check. Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat. Can y'all hear me, family? Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat if you could hear me. Okay. All right. Brian Lewis over here messing with my mic. Brian Lewis, leave my microphone alone, man. What's wrong with you over here messing with my stuff? I ain't bothering you. Okay, y'all. Now, tonight, we got to see Sydney Taylor, Camila Cardoso, Angel Reese, and those of you guys that got to watch the FIFA game, Caitlin Clark put up 45 points. God, don't. But I heard she shot a lot of free throws. But nevertheless, a win is a win. In my W platform, I'm just saying, y'all, Angel Reese recorded her league leading 17th double-double. Sydney reached double figures for the 6th consecutive time. Caitlin Clark became the first WNBA player to produce at least 40 points and 10 assists in one game. Angel Reese's performance, Sydney Taylor's performance, Caitlin Clark's performance was remarkable. Everybody should listen right now. Put the W's in the chat, because W's is what tonight is all about. Because the WNBA stars showed up and showed out, and the stars shine bright tonight. Angel Reese with the Atlanta Dream got a W. Sydney Taylor, Chicago Sky, got a W. Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever, got a W. And the Connecticut Suns beat the Phoenix Mercury and got a W. I'm just saying, what an exciting games that's being played. The underdog, the last team, got a W tonight. Listen, 3 players, 3 different journeys, 3 impressive performances, and 3 victories. Tonight was more about popularity. Was not just about popularity. It was about production. It was about stepping onto the basketball court, answering the challenge, and helping your team win. Angel Reese continued building her historic double-double resume. Sydney Taylor continued one of the most inspiring undrafted player stories in professional basketball history. And Caitlin Clark delivered a 45-piece chicken McNugget with some sauce on the side and a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, and a little bit of ketchup inside of the barbecue sauce. I'm just saying that's what happened. The performance that they all gave is historic for the WNBA. And it makes me, listen, it makes me happy when I'm able to see stars be able to do the things that they done, keep the game, and the main thing. This kind of night in the WNBA always is a different stand with different stars, different playing styles, and different fan bases, all giving us something worthy to celebrate on. Before we begin, I want everybody, as a reminder, because these are my notes, to hit the like button. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. I'm almost at 5,000. I'm almost there. And y'all know on this channel, and the people that journey with me know I did it all from scratch. Listen, before we begin anything, I would like to say and tell everybody, thank you for believing in this channel and coming just to listen to a little old man from the West Side that grew up and was told he wasn't going to be nothing by many. I'm a MSL. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I'm gonna make sure you get the link. I forgot to email it to you. So you get that raggedy old, computer that you got. Get it together before you get up in here and be talking and stuff. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Tonight, the story wasn't just controversy, because we've been talking about controversy almost 3 weeks, and it took the air out of the room. And I was so tired of talking about Kathy Engelberg. I was so tired of talking about what Caitlin Clark got going on with herself. And I was so tired of the Caitlin Clark clan that I was about to fall down. The story tonight is going to be about basketball and these, these performances that all of these women gave. Let's begin in Toronto, where Atlanta Dream defeated the Toronto Tempo 111-92. Angel Reese finished with 23 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. She shot 7 for 11 from the field, went 9 for 11 at the free throw line, and finished with a plus 17. That was Angel's league-leading 17th double-double of the season. ESPN Game Listed also gives credit to her on that, and they have not shaved any points or rebounds off as of now. Now, let me get this off my chest. People cannot keep treating Angel Reese double-doubles like it's just ordinary. It's a consistency in this skill that she has. Rebounding is a skill, as a Ray Stevens. Creating second possessions is a skill. Getting to the free throw line is a skill. Playing through physical contact and continuing on and making buckets happen for your team is a skill. Angel gave Atlanta efficiency and production at the same time. 7 makes on only 11 field goal attempts is excellent. She didn't need to force 20 shots to reach 23 points. She played within the offense, earned free throws, and punished Toronto around the basket. What impressed me the most was her second half, and reportedly produced 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 steals after halftime, helping Atlanta Dream outscore Toronto 63-45 over the final 2 quarters. That tells me she recognized what the game needed. Toronto was competitive early. The Dream only led 48-47 at halftime. This wasn't a blowout from the opening tip. No, Atlanta had to make adjustments, increase its intensity, and take over the game and get control. Angel helped do that exactly because we know that Angel Reese is the glue of this team. Her rebounding allowed Atlanta to finish defensively and made the defense have pressure that was unseen or unheard of by a single solitude player that is in the middle of a great nucleus squad. Her steals created opportunities in transition. Her interior scoring placed pressure on Toronto's defense. When defenders played physical, she responded by earning 11 free throws. And this was not only one player victory. Nas Hillman scored 24 points without missing a shot. Jordan Canada recorded 18 points and 13 assists. And Alicia Gray contributed 18 points to that and put the cherry on top. Atlanta played connected team basketball. What matters is that Angel Reese has been developing. And a superstar, a megastar, doesn't have to dominate in every single possession. They have to just be in the right place at the right time and do the right things to make things happen for her team. A superstar must understand how to make her strengths fit inside a winning squad. Angel Reese discussion point of her points. Her 23 points came efficient, not through excessive shooting volume. She dominated the glass with 12 rebounds. Her 3 steals demonstrated defensive activity. She helped Atlanta take over after 1 point half margin. Her 17th double-double leads the WNBA. Factual. Not even the GOAT is ahead of Angel Reese. Atlanta improved to 15-10 with this last victory. Put 17 in the chat because Angel needs to see it because I know she watched this show. 17 straight double-doubles this year. 17 of them in a total of 24 games. That's phenomenal. Do you believe Angel Reese should be in the MVP conversation if she continues to do this type of action going on the rest of the season? My inquiry of the consistency and the impressive thing that this young lady has been through, going through 3 coaches in 3 seasons, is probably one of the most phenomenal stories that you could ever put out there about any player. She come from a losing team that won 13 games the first year. The next year, in her second year, won only 10 games. Now, she has beat both years already. With the amount of wins that they have done and the victories they put together, Angel Reese is on her way to greatness. And she knows how to win. She just wanted a franchise to be serious enough to want to put her in the position where the wins can happen, and the wins can happen efficiently. Now that Angel Reese is in the conversation that we are having tonight, her squad is also in the conversation tonight, because no one wins alone. And this is what the Caitlin Clark clan has to understand. One player cannot win a game. It takes a team effort to win anything. And guess what? Angel Reese knows that the best out of all of the stars that we're going to talk about, because of the loss of her team that she originally came to, the Chicago Sky, and getting traded for a bag of Skittles and a bag of corn nips and some that little Kool-Aid jar. Yeah, she knows how that feels to lose footing and just want to win. And what is more impressive to you about her consistency is that Angel Reese is scoring efficiently. Are you surprised? No. She's put into a place that she can win. Are you surprised that Angel Reese is doing such a thing? No, because I told y'all that I've seen this baby girl in all different types of situations, even in high school, playing in the summer league, when she used to be on the blacktop, talking her ish. Angel Reese is used to all of the smoke that everybody was throwing to her, and she excelled it with greatness. Angel Reese doesn't visit the glass. She lives on the glass. A double-double is no longer a surprise when it comes to Angel Reese. When you say double-double, you think of Angel Reese. You cannot discuss the WNBA most productive young star whenever you talk about the W, Angel Reese name pops up automatically in your head. Angel Reese entered the league with enormous attention and expectations as the number 7 pick, which I discussed with you all last night, that she should have been the number 1 pick out of all 6 that was in front of her. Our next player followed a completely different role, and we're going to get into it and talk about it after we take a look at the commentary and the post game with Angel. That on the board. How y'all feeling tonight, man? How y'all feeling, man? We at the D block. I see my sister Bernadette is in the building. AL504, I love you, girl. I know, I love you. Hey, I know you feel good that we able to be up here and talk about this type of thing, man. Because guess what? It's been a long time coming. But we here to talk about my baby bopper, the boot, my baby goat, and we gonna go ahead and let it ride on out.
All right. Let's do it. Questions in the room, baby.
You shared the court tonight with Bree Jones for the first time.
Yes.
Front door with her, and what she brings to the table.
It's so exciting to have Bree back. Seeing her on the sideline, playing against her all last year in my rookie year, and finally being able to play with her felt really good. She brings a big presence inside, but also outside. She continues to thrive. She's a great leader for us, and we're just really happy to have Bree back. That's Carl's favorite, so we're happy to have her back.
The ball moving around like that. So Nadia for Reese, what's it like to be part of an offense assistant flowing?
Yeah, it's really nice. We have great guards who, help find
They
the
with me,
open person or the
504.
hot
They
hand.
with me, baby.
And then we have great bigs as well who's inside, and whether they're finding their moves or they're kicking out as well. I mean, I just feel like when we're doing what we're supposed to, moving the ball, getting up and down the floor.
But I want y'all to be noted. I'm gonna continue. Y'all heard Angel said that Bree Jones is Coach Semesco's favorite. AL504, we ain't off. We ain't off, baby. It ain't just me and you being Delulu. Bob Jones, I see you, boy.
Like we're one of the best teams, and I think we've seen the difference between when we do that and when we don't.
And defensively tonight, I think you guys had create a lot of turnovers in the backcourt. Can you just talk about how much the defense kind of stepped up, able to create turnovers? Obviously, you guys being
Yeah, when we're able to get stops, we're able to push in transition, and that's when we're at our best. We know it's harder, obviously, to try to get out in transition if you're not taking away baskets from the other team. So that's a point of emphasis for us to get our hands, try to force turnovers, and then get out and run.
Go ahead, Wilton.
Congratulations on the win, ladies. My first question is for you, Angel. What would you say is the biggest thing this team is learning about how to close games and basically kind of keep control with when the offense is rolling?
Yeah, we talk about our second half surge, being able to come out in the second half and kind of force them to call the first time out. And Brian got going early in the second half is something that we really needed, and I think she did a good job with that. But yeah, just trying to emphasize on that. I think putting teams away early is something that we're continuing to try to do better at too. So I think we had a good collective effort tonight, especially in the second half, by just making sure we dominated on the offensive end and defensive end.
And then a follow-up question for you, Nas. Obviously, a career high, 24 points. I mean, a lot of people, know you for your energy, your toughness, and communication. But what does a night like this feel like where the points and production match all those things?
I just think I try to do whatever the team needs. And I think my teammates did a great job of finding me, giving me really easy open shots. So I have to credit them for, making my life easy tonight.
We'll jump to Wilton. Go ahead. Emmanuel. Go ahead, Emmanuel.
MSL, I put it in the
My
chat.
first question for Nas: how I feel not to miss anything?
God damn. For real though.
You perfect from the floor, perfect from three, perfect from free throw line. Take me through how that felt to be that way tonight.
Yeah, I just think it's one of those things that you don't really realize until after the game. I just in the moment, I'm just worried about a win. The game got close, so just trying to make sure I'm doing whatever I need to. And it's nice to not miss. Obviously, you never want to see the ball come out of the rim for you, but it's been a long time coming, especially with my threes. So it was nice to see them go in today.
And Angel, to get 55 points total from the 4 and the 5 position tonight. Talk about 60 points in the paint total. Talk about being able to contribute like that from the inside like that.
Yeah, Thunder Twins. We talk about it all the time. Carl emphasizes it a lot, and how important we are for our guards because we knew they were going to hedge a lot. They knew we were going to trap. They were going to go under JC screen. So just being available. I think JC also did a good job. She had a double-double tonight, getting us the ball, 13 assists. And she just continues to do great things for us, and Ryan and Leash as well. So they make it easy for us. We find our spots, and they throw it to us and pass it to us, and we get the basket. So I'm just grateful to be a part of this organization and part of this team, as part of the sisterhood, and we just continue to thrive.
Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, Nas. Hey, Angel. It seemed like Toronto early on with that zone was kind of throwing some different looks at you a little bit and took some time to get adjusted with that. But Nas, you were really able to kind of fill those gaps, especially in the second half there to kind of counteract that zone. Were you expecting to see that much zone coverage from the tempo tonight?
No, I wasn't expecting it. I'm not I feel like I watched a lot of their games. I'm not sure how much zone they've played all season, but I mean, I get it. Obviously, teams want to slow us down, and it worked in the beginning. But I think we found our spots, figured out where our open cuts are going to be, and then our teammates found us.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Haley.
Hey ladies, congrats on the win. Angel, you have a great ability of turning a rebound or a steal into momentum play, finishing with 23 points, 12 boards, and 3 steals. Outside of just the scoring and rebounding, is there a part of your game that you get more hyped over?
Probably defense, getting steals. I told Carl in the beginning of the season I want to be better defensively, and I mean it's so easy when you have Rye, when you have Leash, when you have all the starters that set the tone early. Like we're so good defensively, especially with our steals. I think 4 of us are in the top 10 in steals, and we just continue to bounce off each other's energy. So probably defensively. I just like defense. I think it's important. I think you set the tone when you play defense, and you just continue to have energy, and it feeds off the team like that.
Perfect. Thank you for your time, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
I don't need to hear Semesco. Y'all can go watch Semesco. I don't need to hear. I'm just saying, y'all. I just don't need to hear Semesco. I have my I have my theory, and I don't think that I'm wrong. But we just gonna wait and see. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be, the want and be negative nanny, right? So I have to, give Semesco some grace. But you heard Angel. She Angel be peeping a whole bunch of stuff, y'all. Y'all just be sleep. Angel be peeping stuff, man. Straight up. You heard what she said, Bree Jones is favorite. She ain't just coming out. She be playing, but she don't be playing. Y'all better understand. Angel be playing, but she don't be playing. She be saying what she say for a reason. Angel is very strategic, and she's very smart, and she know what's going on. And then, not to even blame her. I mean, Bree Jones been in the league for 10 years, and she's been an all-star 4 times already. So, I'm not taking nothing away from Bree Jones. I like Bree Jones. She a gritty player. She plays good basketball. She can shoot the ball also, and she's just not under the basket type of player alone. But she's a big body, and she demands the court, and she plays through all types of physicality. So, that's my theory on it, man. I'm not gonna weigh in on Semesco so much, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, I give him grace. We in the middle of the season. We're at 14-10. So we'll see how that go. You know what I mean? We'll see how it go. We 4 games above 500. So I'm happy right now. The Chicago Sky defeated the Los Angeles Sparks tonight. And Sydney Taylor had a stellar game. She had 19 points, 2 assists. She was 6 for 10, 4 for 7 from the 3-point line. Camila Cardoso had 13 points and 11 rebounds and 2 blocks. Taylor led in scoring and made 4 3-pointers. Cardoso recorded her ninth double-double of the season. Chicago earned its 2nd consecutive victory. The WNBA right now has to go ahead and give her the kudos that she's supposed to have. Being that this girl was undrafted. Who the hell missed out on Sydney Taylor? And this is a questionable thing for the WNBA scouts. What are you looking at? You didn't know that this girl was great? Sorry, 15 and 10. Yes, sir. That's why I got you here, brother. 15 and 10. They 5 above, they 5 games above 500. So I'm happy. You ain't correct, MSL, when he said North Carolina and the thing. I wasn't even gonna bring it up. So since he's so phony, MSL, you said North Carolina in the beginning. Then you changed it to South Carolina. When we was talking last night, when you was trying to get Baby Raven together. So shut up. Anyway, the Chicago Sky defeated the Los Angeles Sparks and leading the way, Sydney Taylor. She reached double figures with 7 straight games, and a 12th time in her, the 13th time in her last 14 appearances. This is no longer lucky. This is no longer something that any other professional can sustain. The Sparks was actually leading in the first quarter, but then, of course, Chicago Sky hit them back. And guess what? Sydney Taylor took off. When a player hits 4 3-pointers, the defenders must extend further from the basket, which create driving lanes, which also create more things that Camila Cardoso and Azare Stevens can cook. It looks so good, y'all, though, with Courtney Vandersloot. Minutes was restricted. She only played 15 minutes. And Rachel Banham barely got in the game because she didn't score nothing and gave nothing to this game. As I watched this game and see Sydney Taylor play the way she do, I have to say, y'all, and for my haters in the back, I have to say that the Sky has fell upon the star. And Sydney Taylor is something to talk about, because this is an undrafted player that moves like Kennedy Carter, that can take over a game like Kennedy Carter. So, by right, I got to say, Sydney Taylor, you can't hate her, because she gonna beat your ass. If you don't think that she's good, she gonna take it to you. And she is probably one of the most exciting girls right now that you could watch in the WNBA, because you don't know what Sydney Taylor is gonna bring to the table next. You don't know what Sydney Taylor got for herself. What's going on, Mo 3? I see you in the building. Hey, my T Camilla. Y'all, Sydney Taylor has now awoken a whole bunch of y'all who thought that this was a fluke, who thought that Sydney Taylor was just trying to make a team. But Sydney Taylor is a star. And she already knew that she was a star, but she did go over to overseas and play and get her game all the way undeniable. Walk on the floor of the Chicago Sky's camp as a camp invitee, which most of them are actually dismissed. She played her way into making the squad, not just a developmental player, but she made the actual final roster. Not only that, she walked her way into the starting lineup. Sounds familiar, huh? The number 7 pick, who during the history of the WNBA, number 7 usually gets waived. We've been seeing this year number 3 and 4 and 5 getting waived, let alone the number 7 pick. And it's a significant number because Nisa Morrow was number 7 also. Angel fell in the draft, and Angel Reese was actually the #1 pick overall out of all 6 of the players that was picked. You might disagree, but I just say what I need to say. She has, out of all 6, once again, she has been the most consistent player out of the 7 picks that was in the 2024 draft. She has been the most consistent. She has been able to keep and sustain her credibility of the type of tenacious player that she is, not just what she does on the sideline, not just what she does in her off time, but consistent in her game, elevating. She went from 13 points to 14 points. Now she's probably a little bit now because of this 23-point game. She's probably averaging like 16 points at this very moment, 16 to 17 points with this 23-point victory that she was a part of. So her average in mid-season is above what she's done in the last 2 years prior. Sydney Taylor is showing y'all she's at 15.7. Yes, sir. She almost at 16 points. I was right. So y'all listen. Sydney Taylor is probably one of the most phenomenal players that you could probably ever have on your team. How everybody missed her. It's because of the scouting, MSL, that I talk about here and there, but not just the referees in the W. The scouting, T. Camilla, is trash. Trash. But,
sorry, bro, Claude, you turned me on when I was off for all that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gonna keep playing what you're playing, or should I say hello and give you the small talk?
Do your thing.
How you doing? This was a full day of basketball today, wasn't it?
It was a full day of basketball. I'm glad you got here, brother. I forgot. Forgive me. I forgot to.
Oh, please. I was not planning on coming on tonight. I was chilling, and you sent me that message. I'm like, oh, there go Unc again. Always.
You already know it's a treat.
Everybody simultaneously hate and love Unc at the same time, right, chat?
You got to, because I'm a truth teller, and I stand 10 toes down, and I could be wrong.
Well, I think you're a lot of things, and I think that's why we all have a love-hate relationship with you. But that's another story.
But the thing is,
and the chat. What did the chat tell me to tell you? Hold on, you said something wrong as usual, and the chat wanted me to tell you, but I remember. Like you was trying to like play hate people on Sydney, but they're saying this is not the same Sydney that was in college. She got better going overseas. So why are you trying to slap people around and try to make them feel bad, as you always try to do?
Please,
players you like.
Please, a player is a player. Yes.
No, I don't disagree. You can see some stuff in people, even though it doesn't fully come out. But did you watch her like that in Louisville?
I did see Sydney Taylor in Louisville, and she has spurts just like this.
Negro, why you got this like mystical habit of always saying you knew this person was this, and if we would have talked to you back then,
and guess what? And just like I felt that.
Do not bring that woman up. Do not bring that woman up.
No. What's her name over on?
Don't bring up OM. Do not bring up OM.
No. What I'm about to say? Let me get it out.
Okay.
My girl over there on the Mercury right now from
the one with the African name.
TCU from TCU that played with.
Oh, the big one, Suarez.
I think that Suarez is pretty good, and
ain't she fat now?
Yeah, she got a little bigger. But she was on it.
Oh, that's your kind of woman.
You know, she ain't got no booty. Anyway,
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't paying attention, but okay.
I was. But anyway, I'm just saying. I'm
Ain't your
just
girl on that team too?
on what team?
The big old bigums with the hips.
Oh, Kalani. No,
Yeah, Kalani Brown.
they didn't sign her this year.
No? Oh,
She didn't
wow.
she didn't get signed by no team. Kalani Brown is doing modeling. She has a modeling situation.
How surprising.
Yeah, she has a modeling contract that she's
She's
doing.
a free agent, bro, Claude. You may want to sign her.
Hey, I want her in Chicago. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind her backing up and sitting down there with Dejanay Carrington and Skylar Diggins, and Sidney Taylor and J.C. Sheldon. You know, and
we can tell when you faking it, right? We know why you really want her in Chicago, so you can be there. All of a sudden, you would change your tune, and you would all of a sudden show up at Chicago games. And everybody be like, "Why bro called in Chicago?"
No, I'm not going to go to a Chicago Sky game this year.
Even not for Kalani Brown.
No, I'm boycotting.
You that strong?
I'm boycotting this year.
You your little bare hips, and you be there like a magnet.
No, they could not do Angel Reese like that and me not stand 10 toes down. I did not, and I don't support to go to any of the games because that franchise needs to suffer and not get none of my dollars nor anyone else with they lying ass. No.
Well, they may not have you by the dollar, but they still have you by the heart.
Oh yeah, the team, the girls got me.
Because we all suffer through the roller coaster of your pain and suffering and happiness through this team.
Oh yeah. I'm happy tonight. So let's just keep it there, MSL, with your dark cloud. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
So what? All of a sudden, I'm the gruesomes. You remember on the Flintstones?
Right now
they had the gruesomes. They had the house next door with the cloud always over the cloud with when it was raining.
Yeah,
what was it? It was weirdly a Creepella, right? So you calling me weirdly gruesome?
Yeah, you the Addams family.
Oh, the Addams family. All right, Morticia. And
you could be happy. And
well, you could be Morticia.
No, I ain't gonna be Morticia.
I'm just kidding.
Hey,
actually, you more like the father than I am, but that's another story.
Hey man, watch it.
Watch it, sucker. Isn't that what Aunt Essie used to say? Watch it, sucker.
Watch it before my front of the foot end up the back of the heel.
That's Aunt Essie said something like that one day.
My grandmama used to say that. Don't make the front of my foot the back of my heel.
You remember that episode of Sanford and Son? And you know how Fred always has something stupid to say when people came to his house. So I don't remember what the reason was, but there was some crime in the neighborhood. I guess somebody stole something out of his yard. So it was a white female detective and a white male detective, and they came to his house. So he said, "Oh, this is so-and-so, my sidekick." And Fred walked right up under her chin and said, "Well, I could see she your sidekick because it looked like somebody just kicked you up the side of your face."
That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
So you gangster like that, huh?
I'm just saying, MSL. I'm just saying. The whole thing is plan, plot, and the strategy is that what we talking about tonight is win.
No, we are. But you right about one. No, but you right about one thing. Because we're not talking about anything serious, like you know who, and the implications that it has. Yeah, it can be more lighthearted, more free, more free flowing. Because it doesn't take, a 5 or 10 minute and not like last night. I don't know if you saw me in the chat, but you gave like a 45-minute intro, so I typed in the chat. We'll probably all be asleep by the time he's done and call for me. But somehow I was able.
But when you get on, they gonna start snoring because 10 minutes into your soliloquy, it never ends. You don't know when to stop. At 2 minutes.
No, but you know what's funny? But I'm not predictable. Sometimes I talk quick. Sometimes I talk long. Sometimes I joke around. It all depends on my mood and what are we supposed to talk about.
Professionally, you have to give 2 minutes to 3 minutes of your eulogy to let someone else go.
So how the hell you do a 50-minute intro yesterday?
That's because I was pissed off.
And New York time, you be done like at midnight or something like that. And today you were done 15 minutes ago? What? It's 1 in the morning. It's 1 in the morning in New York now. So Negro, don't start.
I am not a Negro. I was born black.
Brother man, original man,
Oh,
however you want me to say it.
listen. The generation before me was Negroes. My generation, X, is black. Okay.
No, I get that.
You was born. I guess you was born black because if it all changed when it came to the end of the 80s. It was African Americans and all
Well,
stuff Jesse Jackson did. But
yeah,
anyway,
they did the whole African
I
American thing,
yeah,
even though the original people on each continent is black. So
yeah,
calling them African American doesn't really,
yeah.
doesn't really illustrate because
It's black on my stuff. On my
even here in North America, they don't like to tell us that. But the original people in North America not only are black in this part of the Americas, but they've traced on people's bones in Brazil and places like that. In Puerto Fred, I think the name is going back over 100,000 years, which is consistent with, if you believe it, the Out of Africa movement, which took place 60,000 to 100,000 years ago, when man left the continent and traveled around the world. But that's another story. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff I can talk about, but I try to keep it sports because just
keep
like
the main thing, man. You
oh
always
please,
going
the way you be
over there.
diverting, come
So
on.
if I wanna talk about
If you want to
the
have a show where
97
we could talk
the
about
97
history,
million,
genetics, geology,
right?
we can
The
do that.
97 million
Black
miles
history, we
of
can do
good
that.
land.
World history, we could do that.
We could talk about that.
Money,
We ain't talking
finance, we could do that.
Now listen, I'ma just tell you, finance is my style and cup of tea. It's never a bad time to talk about financial health.
I don't disagree.
My man,
That's one of the staples. That's one of the staples of the nation.
hey, that's what make the pulse, you know what I mean, vibrate each and every night. But
Yeah.
get back into what we were
Going to Marcus Garvey, who influenced Matthew Fard Muhammad and the original and Elijah Muhammad. But that's another story.
Absolutely. Now you cooking like fish grease. But the thing is that what I wanted to discuss was that the historic measures that Sydney Taylor is doing for an undrafted type of
She
player.
badass, but I don't know if your comment is 100% correct. And I'm just speculating. I'm not speaking off of knowledge because you're saying out of all the undrafted people, because you're saying she's having the best year. I am sure Brian Lewis or someone in the chat will say, T. Carmelo will say, oh no, there's plenty. But go ahead.
Oh well, it's a lot of players in the hood that are superstars.
Well, not only that, but you always get these teams like Phoenix in New York who find all these foreign players and they be badass when they come here and you be like, where they find these people from? But they always seem to find them.
Hey, Sister Alyssa, you better stop it.
It usually comes more from the foreign players. I'll give you that. Usually the American college players don't come up like what Sydney is doing right now. It's usually some foreigner or somebody from somewhere else that, that all the scouts.
Right, they always seem to just go. But my whole thing, and that's where I was going. I'm glad. See, we brothers. Why is so much talent coming out of these colleges? And I understand the national international circle. I understand the international and the national mix. But to act like that these college players, because now the picking is so great in the college games right now. I can't wait for 2027, 2028, 2029 to happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be an explosion, and especially with the salaries, it's gonna force a lot of change in the WNBA and this current generation that we've dealt with the last 2-3 years that don't want to leave. Teams are gonna have to be forced to get rid of these people because when you have the Hidalgos and the Bookers and Michaela Williams and Juju's, etc., and then the players that they play with, which we don't talk about, but can fill, but presumably they'll be good if they play on good teams, so they'll have good habits. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of change because the questions these teams are going to have to ask themselves is, are you going to pay somebody $300,000, no more, right? When you're older,
Right.
more. You're going to pay somebody with a mid-level exception, $400,000 or $500,000, or you're going to pay a rookie 278, and those are or 250. There's a sliding scale depending on where you draft, and those are the questions that they have to ask because, and you and I have discussed this before, the W with only 180 players. Before it was 150, it was the hardest league to get into, and it was worse because half those players that are available, their teams, they're not availabilities because the old heads like Courtney Vandersloot wanted to hang around. So in reality,
so they could get that money.
Right. So in reality, if you had 15 teams, maybe you had anywhere from 10 to 20 slots a year for rookies, which is crazy. And this is also why so many what we think are good rookies that would come to the W would get cut.
Man, I would say Jeff Pagliocci better get his shit together and get this girl a contract right now because she's a free agent.
Now you want to hit a bad news though?
Go ahead.
Michaela Onyewer, your ex-fave.
Okay.
You know why I bring her up, right? Now, even though she came from a top program, I think she came from Notre Dame.
No, she come from UCLA.
Okay, UCLA. My bad, because she was there. Yeah, she was there this year for the title. And she was an assistant coach there. You just so Notre Dame out sometimes. You know, your influence be rubbing on me. But yeah. So not saying that Sydney can't duplicate it. But there's no rush to sign her to a big contract because doesn't she have the standard rookie contract with where you can re-sign them on the 4th year?
No.
So no, because she signed a developmental contract?
She walked on with a developmental contract and then got signed to a 1-year deal.
Oh, okay. Well, that's going to be interesting, right? Because how much money are they going to pay her? And how much money can they pay her? And will someone else offer her more? If they don't. What do you think? Oh, but let me finish what I'm saying. If she does not duplicate this year, next year, then everyone, unless they pay her like $300,000, is going to call Jeff P a fool. But knowing Jeff P, even if she becomes a free agent, he's not going to pay her $600,000, $700,000, $800,000.
She'll AT Camilla. Make sure that we fact check Brian Lewis. She would be signed if he do it right now. It would be under a rookie contract, right?
Oh, they can still do that after your first year?
Because she's a rookie. So her deal would fall under. This year would be one of the 4 years that she would be able to.
According to T. Carmella, she can't be offered a standard contract until after 2028.
Right. So that means that she will fall if they give her that. Because listen, T. Carmella, it's only for 1 year. So she has to have a contract next year. So with that, could you find out? Because no, she has a contract. Yes, I know. Brooklyn. No, she has a contract, a TC contract. She has a TC contract. What I'm saying is that it's a 1-year deal. No, she don't. No, she don't. She has a 1-year deal, but I believe Chicago can match any offer. Okay. So Brian Lewis, what I'm saying, I know that was for a fact. I just read it. T. Camilla, I just read before I came up in here. I just read that Sydney Taylor has a 1-year contract, a full year contract with the Chicago Sky. By her being an undrafted player, she was a walk-on, so it's no stipulations for that type of thing. She just got a 4-year contract, and he has the opportunity to right. She could leave after no. She can just walk. Yeah, she could just walk. I mean, they can.
That's what I thought. King, if they sign you to a 1 year, if they sign you to a 1 year deal.
King, she just can't walk. They can core her. They got 2 years to core her. So in her core, that's what King probably talking about. She could be cored twice by Chicago, meaning that if she get an offer on this first core, so when they core her, she got control over if she want to sign with the Chicago Sky for a year, just like for instance, what's the girl over there on Indiana? What's her name? The leading scorer.
Kelsey Mitchell.
Kelsey Mitchell. Just like Kelsey Mitchell got the Indiana Fever battle balls, right? Kelsey Mitchell signed another 1-year deal. You would think that Kelsey Mitchell was going to sign a couple of years, you know what I mean, a couple $1 million, but she got a 1-year deal for $1 million, right? So she dictates if she's going to stay there next year or not, because they can't call her again, right? So
no, I think basically what it is, I think the discrepancy is, Bro Claude, and I know I just cut you off, but there are two discrepancies. T. Carmella is saying she can't talk to anyone else, and Brian Lewis is saying that Chicago can always match any offer. Now, you know
she just can't walk. She just can't walk. Like T. Camilla is exactly right. She just can't walk. Her contract not guaranteed, but they own all Sydney's rights. Okay.
But there's a distinction between coring someone and having to match it. So which one is it? Can they core her, or they can only match it? And because obviously, if they can only match it, and someone said, "I'm going to pay you $900," more than likely Chicago's not going to match it. So
Chicago's going to match that. Chicago's going to match that.
Are you really going to put your hopes and thoughts into what Jeff Pagliaca's going to do?
No, trust me. They ain't, bro. They got in trouble. His job is on the line. He got rid of Angel Reese, bro.
I am so over that Angel Reese thing. You the only one that's not over it, Bro Claude. You still talk about that.
All of us that is in Chicago. I'm not the only one.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, you know what? That's fair, because I'm not in Chicago. That's fair. I'm not in Chicago. That's fair.
So all of us are still upset about that.
But all of us in your chat that's not in Chicago, we ain't think about that no more. But go ahead.
Well, that's because y'all freaking Flyers. Me.
Oh, geez, Bro Claude, you gonna say that about us?
I just said it.
Bro Claude, we support you every day when you go through your machinations with this awful.
It don't have anything to do with me, and don't be trying to switch it, because that's a Jedi man trick. You know exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying with the player at hand, Angel Reese was the attraction power for most of the people that did not live in Chicago.
King Webb said no core according to the rules, so if that would mean they would have to match it then.
Mm-hmm.
Which puts Jeff Pagliaca in a very precarious situation, because if he doesn't, then yeah, there's going to be some. And you know, not to be mean, they should have never signed Vandersloot to that 2-year contract, because
thanks King Webb and Brian.
She's being paid $750 for each year. So if they only signed Vandersloot for 1 year, then you can slot Sydney.
No, they signed Vandersloot to a 2-year deal.
That's what I said. So that's my point. So because of the bad contracts they have, Elizabeth Williams 2 years, $600,000, they could have slotted her in there. Now what they can do is slot her in DeJournette's $600,000 salary, because she only signed a 1-year. She only signed a 1-year contract. But I'm assuming that you want DeJournette on Chicago, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, now you got that bad Elizabeth Williams contract, because she's got 2 years, so you have to keep her salary on the books because she has a 2-year salary. So did Jeff sign everyone to multi-year salaries except DeJournette? What about Banham? Can we push Banham out?
No, Banham definitely is gone. Her contract is up this year.
What is she at, 500K?
Yeah, I think it got bumped up to that because she got the veteran. What is the let me see.
Well, unless there's a trade, the veterans minimum. I don't know what the veterans minimum is.
Yeah, she got the veteran.
But unless there's a trade.
She got her contract that she got from Connecticut. They're honoring only. Hold on a second. Let me make sure.
You mean the original contract that got prorated up once the new CBA took place?
Right.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Go
ahead.
What are Rachel Banham's stipulations of her contract with Chicago Sky. So Rachel Banham right now, it got bumped up because of the CBA. She makes $425,000. She's gone.
You better be lucky.
It's a guaranteed contract, and it's only through the 2026-2027 season.
And you know what? I'm gonna say this to you right now, because of those idiot Vandersloot and Elizabeth Williams signings. If y'all lose Sydney to another team that's willing to pay her $600K,
that's not going to happen. They got enough money with Rachel Banham.
So you're saying they're not capped out right now?
No, they're not. They still got money.
How much is left in the cap?
Let me see how much they got left right now. Let me see. How much does Chicago have in their cap for the 20?
You got to tell them what team, bro, Claude.
I'm going to tell them what team. You just stop it. I'm doing it because I'm on Chat GPT. Oh, they have currently negative $70,000 cap.
Brian Lewis is now saying they can pay her the league minimum and she ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. So under the league's update financial landscaping, the WNBA salary cap is set at $7 million each year. The Sky
it don't matter because they don't have to pay her a big money if what they're saying is true. Apparently, she's an exclusive rights free agent.
Yes.
So yeah. So yeah, she may not be going anywhere, but we can deal with that later. I know you just want to talk about the excitement of her.
They got 70. They're negative 70 right now, Brian Lewis. So no, they don't have any money this year.
So they don't have any cap room.
They just spent all of the money. So when
so they would have to get rid of somebody.
No, well, Rachel Banham is gone. That's a fact.
Well, she's way better than Rachel Banham, so I don't know why they would keep her.
Yeah, that's a fact. Rachel Banham will not be around next year like Craig Beck. What's up, Chicago Cheetah? And throw Chicago Sky in the long.
Well, if she's the only expiring contract, then that's the only salary they can replace. That's the way it goes.
Say it one more time so I could get to understand.
If she has the only expiring contract on the team because he signed. I mean, Dejanay also has an expiring contract, but
Dejanay has an expiring.
But I'm assuming you want her back. So what I'm saying is, if these two are the only expiring contracts, then you would have to pay her with one of their salary slots.
No, Kabali has an expiring contract.
Oh, okay, she's had a 1-year contract as well. Okay,
they signed. They took her off of the developmental contract and they signed her for the rest of the year contract. So
okay, so in theory they can pay her with her slot as well, Kukabali, if they don't bring her back. But y'all like Kukabali, so
I do like.
It'll probably be banned.
Bro, Claude, see Jeff used the right terms with Sydney's name by calling her an undrafted rookie. So because she was a TC signing as a rookie, training camp signing as a rookie in the offseason, she becomes a reserve player. Wow, T. Camilla. And then she goes, bro, Claude, making Chicago the only team she can speak with. They have that right for 2 years.
Okay, so there you go.
Thanks, T. Camilla. That's why I love you. So the thing is that that's a big deal, though, brother.
Yeah, because you got it for at least 2 years.
And that defeats and debunk your haterism about Sydney Taylor.
It's not haterism. I'm just playing the possibilities because I didn't come with the facts.
Keisha want her so bad. Keisha finna come
for Atlanta
in the office and do
for
the
Atlanta.
Ice Cube. Yo, Keisha about to come do the Ice Cube, y'all. Keisha about to come down here with a baseball bat.
So after we done with Chicago, I'm asking, just so we know how quick we're gonna breeze through Indiana, Clandiana. Do you want to talk about Indiana first and Atlanta last, or you want to talk about Atlanta after Chicago?
I'm gonna talk about Atlanta last.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, I just talked about Angel whole piece. So, and what she done and all of her accolades.
Right.
And then I'm gonna go into Atlanta. But I
But you
want
know, Brian Lewis afraid he gonna. I don't know what coast he's on. I guess he's on the East Coast. He afraid he gonna go to bed at 3 in the morning when you call. You know when you call me on,
because
and I was like, dude,
I got
I was
I
like,
got
dude, he was already on at 1 a.m. So they ain't got nothing to do with me.
I got a hey look, I got a nice thing that's going on in this house. So I want to keep it that way. So I'm not gonna be wasting time with you lonely people.
Yeah, cause
Anyway,
Miss Gingerbread Woman gonna slap the hell out of you if you don't if you don't come back in the gingerbread house soon enough. She gonna have a lot of spice. She gonna have a lot of spice. That's all I'll
hey,
say.
you just getting to know me, brother. We just became friends. You better stay that way.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff I could say that I keep to myself out of protocol. You could only imagine.
Oh my goodness. Okay, King Webby say 2 years ain't shit though. That's right. It would take her. I would take her.
Plus, you opened that one up because you stated it, so I just ran with it.
They have.
Ollie say what you let me run with, bro, Claude. You the boss.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've been one for a long time, so I handle you properly.
Don't get it twisted though. But all right.
It isn't, and I believe by then she will be the player they build around.
Yo, everybody want her. T. Carmel, like, I would take her to New York. He should be trying to make moves on her. And you better protect this woman.
Hey, Keisha been trying to make moves on her since the doggone preseason. Yeah, Keisha been at her. But,
and I will give you this, bro, Claude, because I know you thinking about it.
Go ahead.
If you didn't say it already, I know in the preseason that half the people loved her and the other half said, oh, she's not playing nobody. She's playing the third string. This ain't nothing. It's the third string. That's fool's gold. That's fool's gold. And I don't know where you were on the side of the tunnel, even though now I'm sure you'll say you was part of the one that said yes, 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 yes. And now while I look at her, she's playing against, the best of the best, and she's still balling out. So kudos to her, and kudos for those that supported her when in the preseason.
I roll with you too, King Webb. Say Sydney wouldn't start in Atlanta now.
See, I didn't have any feelings on her because I was protesting Chicago, so I didn't really care what was going on in Chicago.
Right, but now a star has been born, and then Camila Cardoso.
So we quoting Barbra Streisand now.
Hey, and then Camila Cardoso is now on her 9th double-double, 10th double-double.
Oh, wow.
So she's on her 10th double-double as of tonight.
I'm only saying this to you, bro, Claude, because we said we could talk about Chicago. I'm sorry, Atlanta at the end, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But Jabari is asking about what Sandy said. Are we gonna save that for the end, or you want to?
Yeah, we gonna go. That's for the end.
Okay. Well, you heard what the boss man said, Jabari. He said at the end.
We got to keep it spicy, y'all. We got to keep it spicy. Y'all got to stay here for the episode. We almost done. We ain't spending that time.
Brian Lewis, he mad though. He like, oh Lord, y'all gonna keep me interested until God knows what. No, we not, because we just gonna talk sports and go. Everybody want to go to sleep.
Sports. It says, all right, so let's get it out. Now we have to discuss what happened in Indiana.
In Indiana.
The Indiana Fever defeated the Seattle Storm 110 to 107. And Caitlin Clark produced the best scoring performance of her WNBA career. I agree. Here's the stat line: 45 points, 10 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks, and 11 for 18 shooting in 29 minutes. But listen, here's the catch. Let's see how many.
Like 18 free throws, right?
Let me see how many turnovers, though.
She had 4 or 5.
Let's see. Because it's always it's always a chink in the chain.
No, but if you got 45 points, 4 turnovers is not the end of the world. I mean, it's 45 points. Plus 10 assists.
Yeah, she had four turnovers and 4 steals, 2 blocks. 10 assists. Yeah, that
Even
was
though she
that was a
even
good
though
night.
she fouled Flage and traveled on that last shift to the left 3-pointer. But I'll let you finish because I do have a couple of comments to say. But it ain't that long. But I do have a couple of comments to say, unless you want me to say it.
Monique Billings have picked up her.
She had 16, right?
She had 16 points. She was 5 for 7.
And Kelsey Mitchell had 30.
And Kelsey Mitchell had 30. She was 13 of 25.
And everybody else was like butt kiss, single digits.
Well, Michaela Timpson had 8. She's in the starting lineup. She started because Leah Boston was scheduled out.
Yeah, she was out, and allegedly, supposedly, Clark is supposed to be out tomorrow, but let's see if she is with this magical 45-minute Puff the Magic Dragon 45.
Hey, that's not bad for her back, right? But anyway,
exactly. Well,
in a contusion, in a contusion.
You know what's so funny? You were watching Chicago. This game was on Ion, right, at 7:00.
Right.
But Atlanta game was on Ion, and for some reason, and this is the second time or the third time it's happened with Clandiana, it's like they're both on Ion, but for some reason you got to go on League Pass to watch it. You can't watch it on Ion proper on your cable. For those of you who
I seen it today.
Yeah, who still have cable. So I chose not to watch it because it came on a half hour before the Atlanta game. So I said, I'll just watch the Atlanta game. But I would peek in, during the end of each period and stuff like that. And I know that Seattle was winning for a good portion of the game, or at least towards the end. And then, of course, Indiana always makes a miraculous comeback at home. And when you look at the numbers, you got to be very, very suspicious of how we got here, because the women had a horrible stretch the last 3 to 5 games. So you almost feel, with all the bad publicity she had with the flopping earlier this week, that this was a makeup to wipe this slate clean. All of the podcasts that I've been on post Atlanta Dream, they have the same people spamming, but and I'm sure y'all have seen them. Oh, but Cece had 45 points. Like every time you say Nas and Angel, but Cece had 45 points, and it's almost like they want to wipe away the stench of what happened on the weekend. And how does a perimeter player, as your guy Dexter Fuqua said in the chat — I got a funny story with Dexter Fuqua, but we'll talk about that later in the chat. And for a perimeter player, you shoot 17. So this looks a bit suspicious. I don't know.
He shot 17 for 19.
How?
This is
her handles is not even that good. She's not that shifty.
No. Let's just keep it a buck. It's not how. Everyone has gotten a call. Every single referee have been told, somebody put their hand there, you call a foul.
I agree. Even if you don't touch her, I agree.
Even if
so you got a spammer in your chat now, but I'm not going to read what they said or mention it.
If you put your hand there, you're going to have a foul. She cannot be the only player on the court with 19 times at the free throw line.
I mean, Stewie had a 21 free throw game, but she at least plays in the paint.
She plays in the paint. That's different.
Right.
This is the perimeter. And we know that perimeter players does not get as fouled much as contact players down low. Box out, rebound, and blocks. That's more physical down low than it is up
I don't
top.
like how. Sorry, Broco. Go ahead. Sorry.
What I was saying was the thing is that Caitlin Clark had a good game. Leave it at that.
And no one can take that away from her.
No one can take that away from her.
minus the 18 free throws. Nobody can take
He
that
had
away from him.
no 19 free throws.
19 free throws.
And she made 17 of them.
And she made 17 of them.
She did
like
good.
A free throw shooting clinic.
That's what everybody wanted to see. They wanted to see her shoot free throws and shoot 3 logo shots. Okay. She was 6 for 10 from the 3-point line. That was efficient.
Yeah, after going 5 for 35.
Yes, that is a fun fact. She has been 5 for 35. So now she's 11 for 45.
Oh, I'm impressed. Very handy. Very handy, Pro Club. Math class resurfaces. Gotcha.
Right. So she's 11 for 45, which still puts her at 19%.
Better than Angels.
So we're not going to do a bashing because
no, we're not.
I said, Caitlin Clark had a good game though.
Oh, but what I will say is this though. I still don't like my point guard. This is the reality check. It's not hating, it's just reality check. I still don't like my point guard and what it harbingers for the future, that you were struggling the last 3, 4, 5 games, and then you drop 45 when you're playing a not so great team at home. I get it. Boston wasn't playing, but can you try to spread the wealth and get other people involved? And you know, one of the biggest things that the Clarkies struggle with when they want to knock Kelsey Mitchell, they'll say, "Oh, she's not Caitlin." But guess what? That's the beauty of it, because the way Steph White and other coaches see it, they can put any guard next to Kelsey Mitchell, which they have. You know, the last
free Raven, free
right
has they have. Won't y'all just trade her to the Mystics?
And both those guards will do well, and Kelsey Mitchell will do well. So that's the part the Clarkies don't get. They don't need a volume shooter at point guard with Kelsey Mitchell there. They just need a guard that can protect the ball, pass the ball, play defense. That's all they need with Kelsey Mitchell there. And so I don't like the fact that my point guard is scoring 45 points. I mean, it's nice. It's a flex. But it doesn't reinforce good things for the team in the future, because it seems like Clark is getting very desperate right now. And as much as she's flopping and arguing and kind of like having a meltdown, the flip side of it is she also wants to prove and show that she still got it. And that's how she gets in trouble, because when she shoots well, you know, we look the other way. When she shoots poorly, then it's like, what the hell are you doing? And that's why she's a very streaky shooter.
Yeah, well, we know she's a very streaky shooter. I mean, I showed you the graph last night. She's not even in the top 20.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. To be fair, for the Clarkies that are in the audience, to be fair, because I didn't say this to you last night. I mean, when you look at those lists, yes, a lot of times the people who are at the top of these lists are, you know, they're not always considered the greatest shooters, because obviously people are going to back off of you and allow you to take this shot, like Aaliyah Boston, for example. So a lot of times, some people who are regarded as the best shooters are not always high on these lists, because not only are they guarded differently, but they're taking more 3-point shots. But saying all that, there's still other people like Ionescu and other people who are regarded, the young lady at Phoenix, etc., who are considered excellent shooters. Mitchell, for one, and they're way, 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 way higher on the list. So that's still not excuse. It's just bad where she is right now. She's not a great 3-point shooter, but I had to say that because, you know, because the people who are on top of that list, they're not being guarded the same way that some of the other people on the list are being guarded. Would you agree that's a fair statement?
That's pretty fair.
Like Mabry. I don't know if Mabry's on the list, but if she's high up on that list, she deserves it, because everyone knows Mabry can shoot. And she can shoot just as far, if not farther, than
she can
Clark.
shoot just as far.
with a much quicker release.
Mhm.
So
She can shoot just as far, and she's tougher, right? Her
yeah,
body.
she'll fight through screens. She'll
Well,
go to the hole.
well, Marina Mabry has a big body, so by her being a big boned girl, um,
Yeah,
she's
black man be loving her when she clean up.
I ain't with it. But
I
anyway,
hear you. I hear you.
um,
So you don't be checking Maddie?
no, Maddie,
Okay.
no, Maddie is fine, but no, I don't. You know what I mean? You know, I got my coffee, baby. I'm happy with it. 30,
Okay.
31 years. So with so everybody can understand, Kelsey Mitchell is the um, ninth leading percentage wise 3-point shooter, and Marina Mabry is tied with Asia Wilson at 40%. Megan
What
Gustav
number is that?
11.
Okay, that's fantastic for Mabry because I obviously she's shooting as much, if not the most, 3-pointers. And
Hey
if you're shooting
Paige.
and if you're shooting at 40%, then yeah,
Mhm.
that's
So
fantastic for her.
Janelle Salone,
Yeah, she shoots a
39.
lot.
Oh, I love her. She's a sniper. Nneka Agumake, 39. She hit a couple threes on Chicago, bust their head today. Carla Light, 39.5. She's at 16. Courtney Williams is 39.5. She's tied at 16, which make her 17. Maya Cotwell, 18. 19 and 20 is Nia Coffey and Naomi Bordoff. So Caitlin Clark is not in the top 20.
She's probably in the 40s at 30%. She probably went up a little
Probably
today,
went up today. Yeah, she probably went up a little bit today, but
she also went down early this week. So she could have dipped into the high 20s and now is probably back in the low 30s.
yeah, but 11 for 45 is a lot. That's very steep. 11 for 45.
Yeah.
That's a steep hold even. The rest
No,
of
yeah.
the year, the rest of the year, guys, my Caitlin Clarkers, the rest of the year she can shoot damn near perfect. She still will be in the 30s.
Well, it's better than being 2 for the road in 2025. So I'm sure she's happy it's not that.
Yeah. So, you
You
know,
have concerns that you had 2 people who literally scored 80 or 90 points and the rest of the team basically has scraps. Or you just look at it as an anomaly because Boston didn't play and that's just Clandiana and their antics.
it says, what's up, Wody? Where you been, boy? My brother. He said, why are we quoting statistically variables, information, I guess he was saying. 80s facts.
Oh, let me see.
Hate.
Facts and I don't know why he's saying facts and hate because there's no hate. You see, you saw what I did, right? It's for people just like him why I read that disclaimer.
Who, Wody Mack?
Yeah, for people because he threw the word in hate. So that's why I made that disclaimer.
Well, Wody Mack was out of place because he just clicked in, so he don't even know that we was giving praise to Caitlin.
Oh, okay.
Him and Real Money, they assholes. So they know.
Real. You said real dummy. You said real dummy or real money. I'm sorry.
Oh. 80's a person I'm talking to. Oh, okay. I thought you was talking to us.
No. Not real dummy. That's what I said.
No, he was talking to 80. No, Wody Mack said he was talking to 80. So my bad, Wody.
Okay.
You already know Big Bro gonna call it. I'm gonna call you out. You already know. Real Money just a hater.
That's why I call him real dummy.
Real Money is a hater. He talking about, man, y'all be miserable. You miserable.
Yo,
we talking good about Caitlin. So what, you miserable?
Yo, bro, Claude. One day, Brooklyn 80s, right? You know he has a podcast. And you know how you have people like Big Dog and stuff, they come on your show, they all have podcasts, but the problem is you could only listen, mind you, be on but so many people's podcasts. So one day I was on Brooklyn 80s podcast and he had a panel and he's like, yeah, real money. Cause Brooklyn 80s is a professional, right? He's like, yeah, real money. He's what he say? He's a Indiana fan that's fair and this and this. So I was like, okay.
Hold
I was
on,
like,
let
okay,
me
so
put this disclaimer in here. Did I put the link in the chat for only Paige and MDT. So Paige and MDT, you guys are welcome to come up. Go ahead.
make a long story short, I'm on with this guy, and just for brevity's sake, I was like, get me out of here. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. Like, I was like, I am losing brain cells every minute I'm on this. I'm talking to this dude. It was like, but I get it. Brooklyn 80s was being a professional. You don't want to badmouth people who are guests on your show, whatever. But I said never. I said, and then everyone in the comment sections like, what is wrong with him? Why he so? It was like torture, man. I couldn't get out of there.
Yeah,
fast
we
enough.
ain't. Yeah, we. You know what? What I don't do is that the drama that be going on in the community. I don't get myself tied into it because you know what I am.
No, he didn't. He didn't cuss me. He didn't cuss me out of anything because
Yeah.
I don't. He didn't
But
cuss me
I'm
out of
just
anything.
saying.
He just doesn't listen, and he has his own take on stuff, and he just keeps repeating his take, no matter what logic, information, historical account numbers that you give him. So you can't really talk to people like that. He's entitled to his opinion, but
That's
but
why he
once I say
says perspective. So
right, but once I say what I got to say, we don't need to sit there for 3 hours arguing over the same thing, especially if I feel what you're saying is disingenuous and ludicrous.
hey, that's my man Mo3 word right there. Mo3.
Ludicrous or
No,
disingenuous?
disingenuous. He called me disingenuous in 2024 when he was getting to know me.
Yeah, right.
In the summer of 2024 when I was talking about we were talking about the links.
Well, if you want for another one, you could say duplicitous if you like, but you
That
know,
that too. But uh by her actually playing basketball, I like it. I like it a lot.
yeah.
I had no drama. I
Yeah,
had no drama.
it was a good clean game as far as I can see, minus those calls and non-calls. And ironically, did you hear about Flajay?
I saw.
They claim she didn't shake her hand at the end of
We
the
went.
game.
No, she didn't. We already went on that. Yeah, she did not. She did not want to shake Caitlin's hand. Caitlin knocked her out of bounds. But that was Kim Mulkey, giving her the perspective of who's who, and Kim Mulkey, had to get that thing together. Kim Mulkey had to actually get that thing together. Meanwhile, y'all, I got some breaking news.
Uh-oh.
This about She Wins, and I gotta play it. Breaking news: the Chicago Sky will practice at the Wintrust Arena for the season instead of moving to their new facility. Jeff Pagliosha said the facility will be partially functionable before the season ends,
Yeah, right.
but the team won't move with construction still going on and put hazardous situation for the team. The full story on the delay and the latest situation of the facility, we're gonna have that show coming up tomorrow. We're gonna talk about that in full, about the facility and what does this mean to
Yo.
to
Oh.
people who who wants Chicago to actually be successful. But this is the last on Caitlin. I'm gonna let MDT speak. MTT, what did you have to say about tonight's game? Because I said we finally get to see basketball without drama, including with Caitlin's game tonight.
Well, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
MSL, how are you?
Morning, depending on where you guys are all at. I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so yeah, it was about basketball tonight. And I don't know if either of you have been over on any of the Slurp sites. So they're all
No,
happy.
not yet. No.
they're all happy over there, and it put on a great offensive performance, but I'm not sure we should be jumping up and down yet. I mean, you still gave up over 100 points. She still got
To
ran
Seattle
by.
to boot.
Yeah, she still got ran by defensively, and that's going to be ignored. And so, yeah, I'm glad it was kind of that way, but it could have easily went the other way. And for me, I'm wondering in my head, what would be the conversation if it went the other way? Because if you watched the game in its entirety, you would have saw that it could have easily went the other way.
Do
Depending
you
on
feel the ref
circumstances.
stole it on that fly?
No,
foul?
I don't get into that. I mean,
Okay.
I leave that to you, MSL. I mean,
No.
things
I'm
happen.
not arguing that. I
Yeah.
thought other people in the chat are arguing
Yeah,
that.
that's some of the people who were. Yeah, I see that comment up there. Yeah, so some people feel that way, and I don't get into that too much. Stuff happens, and I was looking at that final call, and to be fair about that, that could have went easily the other way.
You mean
and
the
we know
travel
what-
on the 3-pointer?
Not just to travel, but the foul before that when she got FloJ on that block, you could have
Right.
easily got called a foul on that. So
Well,
yeah,
I think that's what they're saying.
yeah. That's true. I'm just making a point that I see that stuff objectively for the folks that don't know when I come up here and Bro Cloud introduces me as a Fever fan. So what am I going to say about that? So, but generally, that to me there's concern. Now, above all of that, which I imagine you guys have already talked about, there should be some excitement going on in Atlanta, especially with one of my favorite players coming back tonight. And I still think that's going to make a difference for that team and going to be very, very dangerous going forward if they can get that whole thing together. And
we had already talked about that and about her impact. You don't think one player can make that type of impact, but it does, because it just changes the whole bench. And that was one of the problems with the team.
Yeah.
Is that, with all due respect, besides the defense or the lack of it and some of the rebounding, which she of course helps with, the bench was what was really killing the team. And that one person can just radically changes the bench.
Well, and I thought the starters for the Dream were playing way too many minutes in these games, and that was hurting them. And looking at that losing streak, that was evident during that because you had nobody off the bench, and it was getting tough. It was getting tough. So yeah. Anyway, I mean, good win for the Fever. They needed it. Tomorrow's going to be a different story. New York's going to come in on 7 days rest. They have their own issues too.
Do you still believe Clark is not going to play, or did they change that, or it's a game time decision?
Nobody knows. And they kind of do this thing where they won't tell you until they absolutely have to. So for instance, tonight, Boston was listed questionable on the injury report all the way up until about an hour and a half before game time. So, and the rules for tomorrow's game is they got to announce by 1:00 who's on the injury report or not. And they can still change it, I imagine, all the way up till game time. So they'll do a little bit of gamesmanship. I don't know.
Is this load management or Boston was injured?
Well, when I first came on Bro Claude, channel, and you might have been here for that. And if you guys recall,
I know they feel she was hurt from Unrivaled, but that's another story.
The very first things that I was talking about was, one, Clark's coming in injured again, and Boston was coming in injured from Unrivaled, and they just
I remember you. Yeah, I remember you
not talking about it. And to me, that's always been a concern in the back of my mind, that we're getting to that. It
was like her shins or something, right?
Yeah, it was meniscus, and they didn't really report it except for the one guy who they don't let in the building anymore.
Yeah, that reporter.
Agnes, yeah, he said it was meniscus, and he didn't report that till like a month and a half later. But the point is that I was making is Boston came in hurt, so did Clark, and that stuff adds up after a while. Every team, your team has injuries. You know, Aces have stuff going on. The Liberty have stuff going on. Even the Valkyries do. You know, Gabby Williams just came back, so everybody's dealing with that. And so if you go on and I know you're not a frequent visitor on the Slurp sites, but, you know, they want Clark to play 35, 40 minutes a game. And I'm saying, what if she can't? Same thing with Boston. What if she can't? What do you expect them to do? Right. So this is also during the course where they want to see White fired and the whole team blown up and traded and this and that. And, you know, you and I have talked about that, and I've listened to some of your commentary on that, and it's not feasible. So yeah, you're asking legitimate questions about like what's going on, and it is a degree of load management, and I expect her to either not play at all, which some people want, or very limited, and that would be their move. But I don't know, man. It's every other day is another story. It's every other day is another story.
I've been waiting to get you up here because I'm so exhausted, brother. I'm so exhausted from the bull stuff that tonight I finally got to watch basketball, right? I got to see my teams, my my dream and my.
Don't worry, he has like 8 teams.
My dream and my Chicago Sky, who played tonight, win. So those are my 2 teams that was playing tonight that I have favor on, right? I got to see them. I got to see the Chicago Sky finish a game, a tough game, against the LA Sparks, which still are short of Kelsey Plum, but we don't have Rakia Jackson either. You got what I'm saying? So I got to see Angel navigate her way once again to the forefront of a team that just had low expectations, and for her to just do load management so that the team can go to the next level. But even in this system with Semesco, Angel has now become and found a way to find points, not only points, but find on how to navigate through the fourth quarter and get the team involved on both ends of the court and being.
Oh, we was gonna wait till last, or did we make the transition already?
No, we didn't. I'm just telling him the difference of what we seeing with Caitlin Clark. And
you're making a comparison between the two. Okay.
The difference between Angel Reese. Caitlin
Clark is not doing what Reese is doing now.
They're giving
not trying to fit in.
They're giving Clark what she wants. They're giving her it.
I'll tell you what, bro, Claude. And again, I don't know how much you and MSL spend on the Slurp sites. They paint a completely different picture. They'll tell you that she's getting none of what
I know. I know what
sabotage the whole bit.
Bro Claude knows.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's for a lot of these folks, it's complete. You know how you guys use the term delulu? That's what a lot of it is. A lack of objectivity. You'll find very few of these folks on YouTube that are willing to stick their necks out and say something that is actually truthful and objective and offering opinions and commentary based on the eyeball test. In fact, the other day I complimented a guy for his best video, and I said, because it was the most objective one I've seen you make.
You know, there's a guy named, what's his name? Benjamin Smith. I don't know if you know him or come
Ben
across
Daniels.
him. Yeah, that could be his. No, I know who Ben Daniels. No, I think this guy is Benjamin Smith or Ben something, or maybe I'm getting his name wrong. But he always comes up into my whatever sometimes. And true story, I'll be very brief. He did a breakdown of the Chelsea Gray thing, and I swear to God, to MTD's point, like he's saying he had a boxer on, like he edited the whole thing. I'm assuming he's funded. He had a boxer on talking about liver punches and the science of liver punches, and then he demonstrates that she took a liver punch, and he has all these graphics on how she goes down, and literally every person in the comment section, to your point, is that she took a liver shot. And I just looked and I said, okay, that's enough for me. Because, stuff like that really kills your brain. But you're right. There's dozens of these sites where they don't live in reality at all. And if anyone here looked at it, they would just be like, wow, I can't believe anyone thinks like that. But he did a whole production on how she took a liver punch. And this, including a boxer's testimony, and this is why she went down with Chelsea Gray that day, or if not Chelsea Gray, with Kia Stokes. It was one of those two, but they were saying she took a liver punch.
Yeah,
you can't make this up.
No, you can't. And in the sad commentary of that, what you just said, MSL, to be blunt, that's the stuff that works. That's the stuff that works. That's the stuff that plays out there in the YouTube space for the people on that side. It's disgusting. I have a hard time dealing with it at times. That's why I've kind of been absent a little bit, Bro Cloud. I know you wanted me to come on a couple days ago, and I didn't.
Last week.
Yeah, because
and then earlier this
being
week,
with me alone.
You sent one out too that I was listening and I was watching, but I was exhausted just like you, because you guys were talking about the congressional crap, which is ridiculous. And the people who actually believe that don't understand that they're being used, that even Clark, you could argue that even Clark's being used in that capacity too, because those Congress people don't watch the game, just like you just said a moment ago. They have no interest, but they want people to vote for them, and this is a way to get them to do that, because if they're really paying attention,
light up the base for the upcoming midterm election.
They should be really caring about how high their gas prices are, what they're paying for food, if they have family members that got kicked off health care, and maybe even that stuff's important, not this crap. And I'm thankful that really had a short lifespan, especially in the main.
Well, I think homeboy died right in the Senate, so that kind of put a damper.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of moved on, and it was ridiculous. Nobody's ever done that. I mean, I think the last credible threat that Congress made towards any sports league was when they were
was one of those strikes. One of those strikes, right?
Wait. Who died?
I forgot. One of the
South
senators.
Carolina senator was Lindsey Graham.
Yeah.
That was the head of the Clark thing campaign thing?
No. No, go ahead, MTC. Go ahead.
So he was just
he was a like ranking senator.
He's a real kiss ass of Trump's shoes language, folks who are listening, but he was just a real sycophant and just real important dude. He's head of the armed forces.
For Caitlyn?
No.
He's just a long-time establishment Republican that played all the silly games.
And what MSL is saying about that, bro, is that by this guy dying, it kind of took the conversation elsewhere instead of staying. Okay. That's why he mentioned that.
I understand.
So, but anyway, with that whole thing, that was farcical. And that really put me over the edge to a large degree, where it's like I had enough. Just like you were just saying, like before I came on, just this stuff has just gotten out of hand, and I could tell that you were exhausted with it. And I was thankful that MSL was up there with you to offer support, because this crap, this is not what we want to be talking about.
MSL though, off the brand, guys. MSL will tell you, I was totally done with it. I'm serious. I was so exhausted. Getting up at 8 in the morning. I get up at 8 in the morning, Monday through Friday, and do a show. And then I'm late at 10 o'clock at night, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, talking about this girl's issue. I was exhausted and I was tired of it. And I'm not going to give it any air right now because
I agree. In my head, I'm already saying if you want to have a full blown session with MDT, we could do it another day, but not tonight.
No. And I'll just button that up because we don't have to belabor the point. I just was saying I was sharing the same fatigue with you guys, and I'm glad you both were together to go through that. And that's why I hadn't been back in a little while. And coincidentally,
that's understandable.
The last time I was with you, Bro Claude, we were kind of lamenting this crap before any of that stuff happened. We were
wasn't we?
About that.
It was like I was speaking to the y'all. Go back to when me and that was the day that you missed MSL. Me and MDT were talking about they was going to weaponize us so big that it's going to be an explosion. Is that what we were talking about, MDT?
It was just, I think Chicago came off a tough loss, and I was here for you. And then something happened after that, and you and I, man, this is just getting exhausting. It's no longer about basketball anymore. It's about politics. It's about homophobia. It's about some people saying there's an issue with angry Black women. It's become this social problems issue and political issue that you and I just we want to talk about basketball. We wanted to celebrate. I told you this. I said we want to celebrate what Olivia Miles is doing out there up there in Minnesota. She's fantastic. We wanted to celebrate, at least I did, that what the Valkyries are doing with that team.
Yes.
And anyone else who was coming up, and instead it's about which side of the aisle are you on? Are you with Fever? Are you not with the Fever? And then it goes to, do you like Angel? Do you hate Angel? And I said, why does it have to be one or the other? Why can't I appreciate what Angel is doing? Like, I know she did 23 and 13 tonight, right?
Yeah.
And her team won. And I remember what happened last time up there in Toronto. Bree Jones is back. That should be a story, right?
Yes.
Should be a story. And I know, and this is something that MSL probably have a comment about, that the discourse tomorrow on YouTube is going to be all about the 45 and 10, right? But if these teams met up tomorrow, I'm picking Atlanta.
Absolutely.
So there you go.
There you go, L. He rolling with Rush. L, I got us another one, L. So the thing is this, y'all. I am so glad that we can have this conversation lighthearted and leave it where it's at and not feel bad, because, guys, every night I had to wake up in the morning. And talking about this chick and what is wrong, what should be done. I'm not doing that. And to the trolls in the chat, I don't give a shit what Caitlin Clark has going on outside with the Clarkie clan. All I care about is what she does on the 9450 and how she performs. and the other thing is how she behaves, just like the rest of them. Just like tonight, Angel could have lost it tonight, but she held her shit. She held on to the ball. She hit her head on the ball a couple of times. She's at 7 techs right now. Yep. And all I was saying when I saw it and watched it, Angel, just hold on, baby. Hold on. And because the next time that she does something and they're all on the edges of the seat to suspend and have a big slogan, Angel Reese loses her cool, suspension, kicked off of her team, and makes the WNBA suffer because her team cannot depend on her to keep her cool. You got what I'm saying? So I would say, in all fairness, the three young ladies that I have up here have done a phenomenal job tonight. And then I'm gonna play this clip, you guys. I'm gonna play this clip, and then we're gonna go into the Atlanta Dream whole trilogy tonight of the team in its whole self. Okay, so further ado, in all fairness, Sydney Taylor, bring your ass to the front.
What'd she do tonight? I saw the game. But I didn't
Oh
see
my
any stats.
goodness. Yeah, oh my goodness. She now made history once again. She had 19 points in this game. And have
Hi
made
guys. Sydney, I want to ask first, when you went down into chairs, or I couldn't tell, we couldn't really see what happened. So what happened and how are you feeling now?
I feel fine. I think I just tweaked my knee a little bit on maybe one of the reporters or someone on the sideline, but a lot of people there. Good thing I didn't spill a drink, but I'm all right. Thank you for asking.
Brian, question for both of you. This is the second game you guys are able to kind of close out an opponent. Just from both of your standpoints, what's kind of clicked for you guys in that department?
Just our poise down the stretch, remaining confident, remaining consistent in what we do, getting stops on defense, using the clock to our advantage, especially in this type of game, where we're up big. But I think we've been a lot more poised down the stretch and doing the right thing. So good win for us tonight.
A similar question for both of you, specifically in that second quarter, after both teams were kind of struggling to find shots. You got out on a really good run in the second quarter and you're able to rebound, get runouts, get open shots. What was it about that specific quarter in your defense that enabled you to put some distance between you and Los Angeles?
I think reiterating what she said, I think our employees, we were able to kind of keep them at a transition, which was huge. I think that slowed them down a little bit, allowed us to play at our pace. But it's our poise at the end of the day. It's kind of what we talked about going into the past two games and something we've keyed in on. So proud of us for that.
Sydney 4 for 7 from 3-point line, and there were a couple times during the game where you took some threes, and it looked as though you were really confident that they were going to go in, and they did win in. Have you gotten more confident in shooting from 3-point line?
I've always been confident in shooting from the 3-point line, regardless if I go 0 for 8 or 8 for 8 from 3. My whole life, so nothing changed there.
JC, it's been a few games now that you have been coming off the bench, and I have to just kind of be impressed with how you are as a teammate, as you're sitting next to the person who has that spot, and you are smiling and beaming, so proud of her.
Yeah.
But you also had to make.
MSL, did you hear she said she's been doing this her whole life? So shut up, MSL. I know my players, okay? Okay, MSL, stay on mute.
Amazing game tonight. So what kind of change in your mentals, or maybe it wasn't a change, did you have to do to put yourself in a position where you can still have a game like this and be a good teammate?
Yeah, first of all, not only is she confident, every time she shoots the ball, we're all confident that it's going in. There's no question there. But that's just part of this game. I think all of our goals is to win. So any way we can impact the game and impact winning is what we're going to do. And that goes for everyone on this team. We all like each other. We like playing together. We'd like to see each other succeed, which I think honestly takes teams to the next level. So this is a great group. Wouldn't want to do it with any other group. So it's been fun.
Back to Brian, first row on your right.
You guys did a good job of protecting the ball tonight. Just how much did that impact the way you guys were able to kind of get your tempo going as a team?
Yeah, I think we did really well in that department. Taking what's given, finding the open man, and again, defensive rebounding and running out. And like Jay said, stopping their transition points helped us a lot, helped us stay under control. And I think Tosh, had 9 assists, 0 turnovers? That's real impressive. So really good on that side.
After Zachary, first row on your right.
Sydney, I don't know if you heard, but you came away with your 300th career point today. Now 300 career points. What does that mean for you?
Just another number. Grateful for it, but
Gonna keep going up.
not worried about that right now. Worried about winning 300, 200, whatever it is, just trying to win the game.
Sorry, I had a lot. Obviously, very big game on Sunday. What do you do to bring the momentum forward from this very good week for you guys and face, a team that's going to be a very tough test in a place that's a very tough test?
Yeah, I think coach does a great job of that, of just only focusing on the next game ahead. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we've done all year this season. And like you said, we're going to a great environment, a great team. We'll, start going on the scout tomorrow and start focusing on them. But your mindset kind of just shifts, right? We got the next game. We'll enjoy this one tonight, but tomorrow it's back to work. So that'll be a fun game. We're looking forward to it.
JC, you were plus 24 tonight. Outside of the box score, I mean, what do you think that just kind of went into just that performance just from you tonight?
All of us. We talked about it all already. I think our boys are able to control them on their offensive end, keep them out of transition, keep the game at our pace, and our ability to play together, guard together. I think we communicated really well on both ends of the floor, and honestly just played a really well game. So, or really put together a game. It was fun to be in. I hope it was fun to watch, but like I said, we communicated well, kept our poise, and kept the game at our pace. JC was great for us tonight. Great. So was Sid. Everyone was, to be honest.
Questions? Great. Thanks for
Thank you.
I heard that little snide remark you made to me, bro, Claude.
But I'm just saying. I mean,
I'm only
petty.
telling you what the chat
petty.
said. When I'm ready to rag on somebody, I'll rag on
I'm
somebody.
petty.
I'm just telling you what the chat said.
You petty, I'm petty too, man.
You heard what I said though, right?
Okay, I heard. All right, come on.
No, I said when I'm ready to rag on someone, I'll rag on someone, but that's what the chat was saying.
I got you.
So you're really telling the chat, not me.
I am. I'm telling them too. They know I don't pull no damn punches.
Why is he there? She had 10 points.
Semantics.
Semantics.
I was going into halftime. From your perspective, what happened in the third quarter that kind of made it get away from you guys?
Yeah, I
She's a
mean,
baddie too.
the locker room started the
Yes.
third again. I think how we come out in the third, we're just not locked in and not very attentional. They get some easy baskets, and obviously got Ryan Howard going in it, and then we kind of lose our focus a little bit.
Ryan Howard, she had like
So it's a
46
disappointing
points in the
part there.
second
I thought
half.
we had a really good first half, but the second half we were just scrambling. They were the aggressor. They were getting all the fouls, rightly or wrongly. We didn't get many fouls at all. That's the story of obviously our career. So
You see how
just
other coaches
consistency
cry,
in that.
bro, Claude?
Yeah, I mean that's across the whole W. So it's just not.
No, but Smesko, the big complaint from the fans were he didn't complain. And this seems like Sandy Bradella when she gets up in the morning and has a cup of coffee. I don't think this is her first time complaining. I think she has an issue for whatever reason with Atlanta, and I don't know why.
All right, let's hear her out. Let's see.
So we're not getting the all the calls that I think we should be. But the aggressor gets it. I think we can't turn the ball over 20 times and let them score. And we said that was one of their strengths. And we got to be tougher. We just have to be tougher. The only way, we can't let people, they're aggressive. We've just got to be better, and we have to find ways to be better.
Unfortunate to see Niara go down like that. What's she doing?
Yeah, I mean, that was a hard hit. She's not feeling great at the moment. She's hurt her ribs, so we don't know what that is at the moment. So hopefully, she's doing so well for us, and hopefully
You're going to get some mileage out of that, bro.
Good to see Tanya back in the mix. How did you assess her placement?
Yeah, I thought early she fouled, obviously 2 fouls early, and a little bit rusty. I think the more minutes she played, the better. And we just got to get her back up to speed with some of the stuff we're running, and her feel comfortable out there. And she hasn't played for quite some time, but it's always good to have her out there. I thought she had some good moments, and moments she's going to, just feel more comfortable with her teammates.
No points in transition, no fast break points, so it was hard for you guys to play with the pace that you're used to playing with. What kind of got in the way of that tonight?
Yeah, they were scoring. I mean, they had 55% from the field. They're scoring, and they're good. Teams know what we want to do, but I still think we can pace on makes And I just don't think we're pushing hard enough in that phase and flowing into what we want to do. We just got to stay to our identity and run into the corners, and hopefully we can create a little bit of space that allows us to get downhill more.
There was a lot of physicality in this game, a lot of frustration with that physicality. How does that get in the way of keeping up the tempo or the rhythm that you're hoping to play?
Yeah, look, I've told the players we're our own worst enemy at times. We've got to stay less emotional. I understand why they're emotional because it's more about getting consistency. I think the officiating, yes, we got to the foul line 25, but it should have been way more than that. I think Marina people had their hands on her all night, but no fouls were called. I mean, I think freedom of movement, pretty sure I was part of that. So I think they've, not calling that as much anymore. They all are on the other team, but, maybe we've got to work on just being more aggressive.
So it started out a little slow, but as the offense kind of got rolling into the end of the first and the second quarter there, what about the offensive process? What positives can you take away from the offensive process that you had there?
Look, I think when we're moving the ball, including Marina, because they guard us so closely, I think that's when we're the best. When we have inside-outside attack, that's when we're the best. We're throwing the ball inside, and they had single coverages against us. We went out some of the pigeons, and I think that was helpful for us as well too. But I thought we missed too many layups in the first half included. We shot well, but we got to go with more force when we're driving, and maybe we'll go to the foul line even more.
You mean more force, like when Angel went to the basket? That's an interesting comment.
Did she say the part that T. Camilla was talking about?
No, I haven't heard it yet.
Okay.
We scored 92 points, but I think there's another level offensively we could go to with some of our execution where we can create a little bit more advantages and not fight pressure so much. We've got to have a little just back up sometimes and play to the next action then.
And as things stagnated a bit to the back half of the game, what do you see that went wrong and kind of allowed them to get out on the break?
Yeah, I think we try and force things. We want to try and get the point spread back closer and instead of just staying calm and playing together. And I think we try and force the action, and then we're not making shots and they're making it down the other end. They had some runouts, which is unexcusable. I mean, they just had easy layups just by running the floor. And, there's areas that we got to learn from, and that's on us. That's on us. We still have to play in the right way, and that's when we have the best success with screening, rolling, moving the ball.
One for you, Easy. You had played very well against Angel Reese in the first two games. You tried to hold your own tonight as well. What do you see in that matchup between you and her that makes it difficult to get her?
What do I see in the matchup between me and her?
Yeah, what makes it hard to be matched up against her and be able to control her?
Just a physical player. I think we could have exposed it a little bit more tonight. And we went away with what was working, but yeah, that's really it. That's really it.
Okay. Thanks, then, everybody.
Thank you.
Yo,
Izzy got
issues.
Your content. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1
I think it's
AI-powered
over
voice
for
generating.
Claude unless they speak to Sandy by herself. I didn't hear the comment, but Izzy got issues, man. My God. I mean, it was a dumb question by the reporter, but it was just like a regular dumb reporter question. But for her to struggle to even pay Angel a compliment, that only elucidates the bitterness that this woman and the delusion that this woman still has. It's very, very sad. And also to have someone
I put the link in the chat, El. Go ahead.
And also to have someone up there that only scored 10 points, who literally could have permanently hurt Angel, to have her on the podium when she allegedly made these disrespectful comments about Angel, it just goes to show you how
that was semantic, though.
Sundry Sandy Brondello is, because why was Izzy there? And then when she's asked to comment, she can't even be respectful or professional.
Well, the thing is that she wanted to expose Angel's flaws. That's what she said. She wanted to expose.
Wait. Repeat the question because I didn't hear it. What was the question?
She wanted to expose Angel flaws.
That was the question from the reporter?
No, that's what Izzy said. Let me play it for the people in the back.
Oh, you mean the way they give her the 3? You mean the way they give her the 3-point shot and play a zone?
Okay, here you go. So you can be clear.
First of all, that's Izzy being a hater, because nobody, when they speak about a player or a matchup for a team, ever speaks that way.
Because she lost her spot, MSL.
Yeah, but she's been a bench warmer her whole career. That's got nothing to do with Angel.
Just a physical player. Just a physical player. What do I see in the matchup between me and her?
Yeah, what makes it hard to like be matched up against her?
She said, "What makes her hard? What makes the matchup?"
Just a physical player.
And look how she's playing with her hair. She's like an immature brat.
Yeah, what makes it hard to like be matched up against her? Be able to control her.
Just a physical player.
And then she threw her hair back.
I think we could have exposed it a little bit more tonight, and we went away with what was working. But yeah, that's really it.
I think she was talking about the team, because she didn't say Angel per se. She just said, "I think."
No, she said we can expose her. She did.
Is that what you heard, NBT?
Yeah, hold on, MSL. My special guest is up here.
I know the women gonna tear her up, because I can see the facial playing with the hair. I'm sure women can tear her up, because I don't like the vibe. She's a bitch.
Just hold on. No, we're not gonna use that word about no.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't mean it like that, Pro Club, but okay, that's fine.
Just hold on. We're gonna let the woman say it. You ain't got to say it, because who I have on here is Sister L. And Sister L knows that I rolled with Rush with her last year and what the Atlanta Dream was gonna do. Verbatim. And she was the reason why, because I got all of my other teams. She was the reason why I had Atlanta already. So I'm not on the bandwagon because Angel is there. L got me on the bandwagon last year before Angel got there. So, L.
How you doing now?
Hey, y'all.
So, L, I was waiting for the last part of this show. And especially this is how, when Baby Paige came up yesterday, God works in his way. And we need a closer. Just like Angel take it in, me, MSL, and MDT.
We didn't even talk about the game yet. You need a closer on this.
Just hold on. Damn, MSL. Let me guide you.
I know you like to be dramatic, but damn.
Just be cool. It's a show. All right? God damn.
He being dramatic, L.
Okay, so here you go. She know me. That's my sister.
Hello, L.
So this the thing is, I would like
hilarious.
I would like for you to get it all out. Coming off of the beginning of the Chicago Sky situation, when it all started, because you are one of the females that I just let go scratch her eyes out, punch her in the face, L gon', you know what I mean? L got some other qualities that, y'all don't even know you ready for. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and have the
You're not supposed to be putting my business out in the street in front of company.
I just said that they weren't ready. L, I ain't saying I just said they ain't ready. So you can have the floor.
Bro Claude, before L starts, cause I want to get her started the way you want. Can I tell you something? Somebody read L, and I want to see if you agree. I think you're gonna disagree, but someone in the chat said, "I'm a competitor. I'm not getting on a podium to say anything good about a player who just beat me. I disagree with that. We see players all the time say they're a great
All the
player, they're
time.
great this. We tried to do this, we tried to do that, but we
Okay,
couldn't
pause.
stop them.
You asked me a question. Let me answer.
Go ahead, El.
I have been a competitor. So there is no if. We're not going to speak hypothetically.
Let's
I
mute
come
out. I'm
from
gonna mute my mic. Go
I,
ahead.
I come from a huge sports family. Huge. Coaches, players, even NBA players. All three of my kids have played two at a high level, the oldest at the highest level outside of the WNBA. Yes, it is common and normal for a player who just got beat, even a coach who just got beat, to go into a post-game presser and give props where props are due. Does everyone do it all of the time? No, but it is not a foreign concept. It is not something that we don't see happen regularly. Plenty of coaches and players get up on that podium and post game pressers. And when they are asked by the press about different aspects of the game, about the opposing team, they will give credit. They're tough opponents. They're a great team. Such and such is a dominant player. We see it week after week after week. If you don't believe me, just type in any team, any game, and post game presser in YouTube search, and you'll find a plethora of videos like that. The problem that we have here, see, I'm very big on, I'm old school. I'm a 70s baby. I'm really big on calling a thing a thing. I'm really big on holding people accountable. I'm really big on calling out jealousy and envy, and we will probably never really know what the true basis of Izzy's issues are with Angel, but something tells me it has something more to do with than her just quote unquote losing her spot. Because we're in year 3 now for Angel. And if you at 30 something years old and a 9-year vet in this league are still holding animosity towards someone because of a spot and neither one of y'all play for that team anymore, I'm going to be questioning your mental capacity.
Mm.
You picked up on it. You called it out, MSL. Yes, her twirling, her twirling, her helmet head, that plastic wig that she keep wearing. That's
Synthetic.
that's immaturity. If you
Yes.
can't find it within yourself to say, like everybody, including Sandy and Izzy and Izzy's girlfriend over in Chicago, they was all excited and puffing their chest about how she held Angel down and how she played against her in the first game and the physicality and all of that. They was all excited and hype about that. But you're on the losing end of y'all been swept so far in this series. They only have one more
Mm-hmm.
game. I believe it's August 10th that they play again.
Mm-hmm.
And you sat up on that podium. Not only did you not show out in tonight's game, but you can't even find it within yourself to give props to the young lady when she had a dominant performance. But what do I always tell y'all in the chat? The fish rots from the head. Sandy is a rotten fish. It is becoming more and more evident that she was a major problem in New York, and that's why she was fired. Because tell me, how many coaches do you know across any league where where they win a championship, a national championship, and get fired?
Within 2 years.
No, after one season. After
After one
Yeah.
season.
Yeah. The
You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot to be said. I don't like this idea. I don't like where we have gotten to as a society where we keep giving certain people an out while simultaneously holding other people to a specific standard.
Mhm.
People are saying, well,
especially when Teaspoon can't get a job.
she didn't say this part. She said it doesn't matter what adjective Sandy used before species. None of it is appropriate, especially when you're talking about a Black woman.
KL, if
She's
you
not
don't
even a
mind, can you tell
protected
us what she said?
species.
Because I didn't hear it.
So there's some debate about whether she said ticking species or protected species. There's someone that I'm connected to on Threads who is from the New Zealand part of that region, but she reached out to her elder tribal members to get some clarification on the meaning. And the consensus that she has received thus far is that it was a racial slur. See, here's part of the issue. Sandy didn't realize that she was going to be picked up on audio,
That is
but we all
terrible.
heard it.
So it was before the official press conference started.
It was during the game when Nyara was still on the floor.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't know that. Because Broclaw thought it was in this press conference.
No, it was still during the game. So whether she said ticking or protected, let's just go with she said she's a protected species. When and where? In what league? And in what lifetime?
That's
She's never
literally
been
calling her an
protected.
animal, right?
Let's drop the species part off for a second and focus on protected. Who's protected? Angel? The one that has 7 techs? The one is 1 tech away from being suspended? And if you pay attention, y'all, that is what Sandy was trying to do. She was trying to get Angel teched up. She was trying to get her teched up or get a flagrant call and get her suspended.
Well, she
That's
said
what
that
that
in the
was all
game.
about. She said it in the game. Brokaw, you on Threads?
Oh yes, I am. You got me on Threads.
I'm gonna send you the video as soon as I
Was
shut up.
this before that
Send it to
foul
me,
or
and I'm
after?
No,
I'll put
so
it up.
the play where Angel goes up, she does a power dribble, and she goes straight up, and Nyara is literally right all over her. And Angel misses the layup because Nyara
She
fouls
fouled
her.
her arms.
She goes down on the ground. Now, initially, the commentators were saying that maybe Angel might have hit her in the eye because she was holding her eye. Then she was holding her finger. Then she was holding her stomach. And they had her covered, right? But it was during that time when Nyara was on the floor and the team's trainer and some of the players were surrounding her, covering her up with the towel. Sandy is going off on the officials.
Okay.
And that's when she made the comment, and she was going off so bad that Carl Semesco went over there too. And the commentators are telling us exactly what's happening as it's happening. And then you hear Sandy picked up on the audio. So again, she was saying what she was saying, probably 1, because she didn't think anybody would realize what she was saying. 2, she didn't realize it was going to be picked up on audio for the
And
whole
also,
world
she
to
was
hear.
probably trying to make Angel look really bad to the officials, trying to
She
make a point.
absolutely was. She absolutely was.
Not even though she probably didn't see or know what the hell happened, because based off what I seen, there was nothing extra that took place. As a matter of fact, the area she was holding, that's not even where they collided. If they collided anywhere, it was maybe her shoulder to her chest or her shoulder to
Yeah,
somewhere in her
even
upper
where the
body.
way that Angel went up, you know how she does the power dribble and then she kind of
Right.
leans in and goes up.
Right.
So the area where Angel's shoulder was wouldn't have even been in Naira's
Right. It would have been
ribs.
nowhere near her stomach or her liver.
I would venture to guess, because remember, she's been in and out with injuries this season. She
But
was just
L, how
out a
can a
couple games
shoulder
ago.
hit your ribs?
Well, this is what I was gonna say. If there's something wrong with her ribs, it was already something wrong with her ribs before this game. Because yes, Angel is strong, but Nyara's got some weight on her. She was in the paint bodying with Bree Jones with no problem. So no one can convince me that Angel going up to the basket is what caused an injury to her
Especially when
ribs.
she fouled Angel on the way up, bracing and
Correct.
cushioning whatever impact Angel would
Correct.
have.
Okay, so this the footage, guys.
Yes,
You can't really hear it over here.
No.
is that as loud as it'll go on your end?
Yeah, that's as loud as.
But I'll take y'all word for it though.
You can look it up on any clip on YouTube.
Yeah.
You'll be able to hear it because everybody is sharing it.
See, my concern with this is that Angel's got enough problems with the league. And if this woman sits on rules committees and stuff like that, right? Like even the All-Star game, right? None of us believe that Angel Reese shouldn't or didn't get voted into the starter, but she always finds a way to keep her out of that. So when it goes to the coaches thing, I don't want Sandy Brondello to be the one. It's like a very touchy, sketchy thing to me. I know Angel said what she said because she's Angel, but you don't want this to escalate with a war with Sandy. But at the same time, if she did say this, she needs to be corrected or called out for it, unless it's
So
so muddled nobody
let
can
let me
really.
say this: there is no if. She said it. It's the proof is there, right? The second thing is I hear you, but it doesn't matter what Angel does, and we've already seen that this season. It doesn't matter what she does, she's not going to be treated fairly, and she hasn't been since she's been in the league. People have complained, they have clowned her, they've said she's not good at this, she's not good at that. What does she do? In the off season, she goes to work and she comes back better year over year over year. She's being officiated horribly, she's breaking records, she's on a better team with a better winning record, and it's still an issue. And so I, as a Black woman, I take issue with, and this is not directed towards you, MSL, but I even took issue with a Black female commentator saying this tonight. You got to calm down. You got to watch yourself. Why does she have to be tempered when we know that she's being treated unfairly and she knows it? We all see it. But you have someone like the other girl over in Indiana who can do whatever. And it doesn't matter how much we complain, no one is telling her that she needs to calm down. She needs to have a level head. In fact, they're saying I'm talking about like officials and commentators. Because just the other night, the commentators were saying, "Oh, the referee is just giving her a longer leash." They're babying her, they're coddling and pacifying her. But then you have a Black woman who is
That
held
was
to
that
a
shit that
different
Cynthia
standard.
Fowles was spitting out her mouth. Go ahead, though.
You understand what I'm
No,
saying?
not Fouls, the other one, Tamika Catchings.
So
Yeah,
I
Tamika
take
Catchings.
yes.
Tamika
So
Catchings.
I take issue with that. And at the end of the day, yes, Sandy, Cheryl, Nate Tibbetts, and Sandy Brondello, not one person of color, is on that committee. And it doesn't matter what Angel does or doesn't do. It is evident that for whatever reason, Sandy has an issue with Angel. Let's not forget last year, or was it the season before? Sandy made it her business to make sure that she threw everything at Angel to prevent her from continuing her double streak. Do y'all
Yeah.
remember that?
2 years ago.
2 years
Y'all,
ago.
y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
There's an
though she got a
issue that she
standing ovation in New
correct.
York by the New York
Yeah,
crowd.
yeah.
Well, maybe she's friends with Kathy or Silver or one of those people. And she's part, if she's not a part of it, she may be at least aware of the machinations that go on behind the scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, the irony is, L and MSL and Claude, you guys are all aware that this same conversation is occurring over on the Slurp, and they are saying that the very same things are going on with Angels, also going on with CC, unfair, fouled all the time, no justice, and so on. If there's one thing that I think people agree upon, they don't like Kathy at all. So.
Well, to keep this conversation brief, we can talk about the particulars of that another.
Okay, here you go, guys. I got it. So, for everyone's concern, quickly, somebody explain this to me quickly. What is ticking species? or a protected species? And why does Toronto Tempo coach Sandy Bandello
Oh, she's probably talking about the
call
natives.
Angel
I get it.
Reese such? Either way, referring to her as a species is wild. She was smirking and feeling good about her player carrying out a whole WWE move on Angel in their last matchup in Coca-Cola Coliseum. Sandy Bandello, here's the footage.
There, and then the contact, whether it came before or after, I definitely remember her extending her arms, and the contact didn't seem that strong. And like Elle said, it wasn't in the lower abdominal area where she was holding. If
Meanwhile,
anything, it was in.
Okay, let us hear.
Yeah, I
Sandy
heard it.
Brondello pleads her case. Carl Smesco has walked over closer to the officials. Meanwhile, there's theater.
She rolled over.
Brondello pleads her case. Carl Smesco has walked over closer.
Okay.
Sandy Brondello pleads her case. Carl Smesco.
For those who say that she doesn't like Angel, that's one of those situations where, as a coach, and I'm sure the panel will agree, you're just concerned about your player and what's going on. You're not calling the other player names, because until you know exactly what happened, like you watched the video, because she was on the other side of the court, from what I remember, you don't come out saying that stuff unless you got something in for the player. I thought that was very unprofessional. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, she didn't even she didn't even show concern for her player. And let's go back to
That was weird too.
the two previous games that they played them before tonight. One in Atlanta and the second one in Atlanta and the first one in Toronto. Sandy was more focused on stopping Angel
I
than
agree.
she was winning the game.
I agree.
Tonight, she was more focused on Angel than making sure her player was okay.
Okay, so let me keep it a buck.
That's what I just saw.
Well, let me keep it a buck. Is y'all ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
So, oh damn, L,
What I do?
you always make me say stuff that I was
Listen,
told not to say. I'm not gonna go there, but you gonna make me say stuff because you
you
know
want me to say it
I
for
know what
you?
I know.
You
No,
want me to
I
say
know
it
I
for
know
you?
no, I know what I know, what I know. No. Chat. Stay out my business, chat. But I
And
was told,
and because of
wait,
that
hold on,
precedent that
hold on, MSL, this some real shit now. This some real shit that you don't fucking know. But I'm telling you, I'm finna give you some
why are
relevant.
you cursing at me? I didn't do that to you.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Hold on, seriously, this is some real shit, you guys. So I'm gonna leave it here. Allegedly, let me say allegedly, because hell no, I got family in Brooklyn, right, and in Queens, right? El?
Woo, there's some gossip.
Okay. And I have two cousins at two stadiums, too, right? The Nets and at the Knicks stadium, Barclays Center. Okay. They worked there in the stadium as film people. That's as far as I'm gonna go. Not my son, but there's other.
Brother, let me say this real quick before you get into your deep dive, because I forgot to put this
Go
little
ahead.
button on the end.
Go ahead.
After this video, Angel has seen the video, for those of you who don't know, and she tweeted and she at Sandy Brondello, and then put a clown emoji at the end.
Okay. So
She tweeted and said, "Are we surprised?" at Sandy Brondello with a clown emoji at the end.
It looks like a setup to me.
Hold on.
That should tell you everything you need to know.
Here's your okay, here's your pie. You ready for your pie? So here's your pie. Teaspoon last year was involved systematically because she's beloved in New York and by the Liberty owners. Teaspoon was working as an advisory, okay, right, L? Because of the situation that happened with Chicago, they gave her, she still was able to enter the building. Sandy and Teaspoon has big beef. Major beef. Allegedly. Alleged. And I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all can take it wherever you want to, and that's fact. I mean, that's allegedly facts. And Angel is whose baby? And she did it in the first year of Angel playing New York. But anyway, we going from there. I'm just giving you guys context. It's more than just Angel. It's her coach.
I'm right there with you because when Teaspoon got let go from the Sky, what was everybody campaigning for? They need to bring her on to the Liberty. It only makes sense. They need to bring her on at least as an assistant coach under Brondello. Remember that?
She was in the, but they didn't do that. She just was in the advisory department.
But no one is really talking much about how Sabrina and JJ in particular don't mess with Brondello. They wanted her gone.
Period. Point
And
blank.
that's why she's gone.
And
Point
Sabrina's best friend.
But I don't know this information. I don't know. See, I don't be trying to. That's over in New York. That ain't none of my business.
No, well, but that's well known that Sabrina and her didn't see.
No, I'm talking about the Teaspoon thing. I'm talking about Teaspoon. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about Teaspoon. Teaspoon don't like ass.
No, but someone in the chat raised that they think this is a setup, and from my vantage point, from what I can see, it looks like a setup because she wasn't concerned about her player at all. And normally in those situations, when a player is on the ground writhing in pain and they can't get up with the towels, the coach's number one focus is their player. They're not even thinking about being mad or cussing out another player because one is usually an accident or a bang play. But even if so, for her to say all that about Angel, yeah, she was trying to get her thrown out, get her a tech, or get her a flagrant. Something to that effect.
Reese and Caitlin Clark was traded. And Sandy Bernardello said it's a pleasure to coach.
And
thought the gurney was a nice touch.
Here's the thing. In tonight's game, Angel wasn't even that aggressive. She really wasn't as aggressive as we normally see her.
No, because she had more space to operate.
So it wasn't even a situation where she was just so aggressive throughout the whole game that in Sandy Brondello's eyes, she could justify saying like, oh, she's just been aggressive in doing it. Even what's her name? Izzy tried to use that physicality. She's a physical player.
And she wasn't playing physical.
But this is the one coming from the person who
that almost broke her back.
Try to put her in a figure eight and give her whiplash and crack her sternum and all that. Like, give me a break, y'all. Y'all have to see. It is like a soap opera. Because there's so many different motives and people think when we make comments like that, people think, oh, you're overreacting. No, it's not. Y'all have to understand. If Angel walked away from the WNBA today, she's one of maybe 2 players that can thrive outside of this sport and never need it again.
Three.
Maybe
I said
4.
Nafisha Collier and Brianna Stewart. 3.
So one of a few.
Yeah.
But no, I'm gonna take that back. Hear what I said.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of maybe 2, I would give a max of 3, who
Mm-hmm.
could step away from the league and not ever have anything else to do with the sport,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's unrivaled overseas, the Olympics, WNBA. She could walk away from basketball completely and still be that girl and thrive and be very wealthy.
She might be the only one.
She
If you're talking about
came
private.
in the league not needing the league. She has broken barriers. She won the BET Sports Woman of the Year award 3 years in a row. She's mentored by one of the greatest of all time, Shaquille O'Neal. She's got endorsements. She's the first ever WNBA player to be a Victoria's Secret model. She's been on the cover of Sports Illustrated. She announced her declaring for the draft on the cover of Vogue. She's been on the cover of Vogue multiple times. She's on the committee for the Met Gala. Like, Angel's motion is undeniable. And if any of y'all sit here and think for 1 second that it ain't at least a handful of these chicks in the league that aren't jealous because of that, I don't know what to tell you. Go see a therapist.
I think it's more than a handful.
But what would Brondello's modus operandi be to put on this whole performance? Because it looked like a performance, both with Sabali and with her.
To get that 8th tech.
It's
Well,
many,
that I agree with.
many things that I could tell you, T. Camilla. It's many things that I could tell you, but y'all just can't bear it now. Also, my first cousin, my mother's brother's daughter, works for the stadium over there by the Supersonics and part of the committee of bringing the Supersonics back to NBA. But I'm not going to say that.
Are you saying Brondello dislikes or hates Angel outside of basketball, L?
I don't know that. I can't tell.
I can't. Yeah, I can't say one way or another. I would not be surprised if it has something to do with Teaspoon. And who else? I mean, who knows what other connections there are. So I'm not going to sit here and guess or try to come up with narratives or stories, but I can say this. It's very evident that she has a problem with Angel. I thought it in Angel's freshman year, her rookie season, when Brondello did everything that she could to stop Angel on her double run. And I was like, oh, maybe I'm overreacting. But then I watched her the next season and even now this season.
Yeah, this season, yeah. They play Atlanta hard, like really hard. And Izzy plays like way harder than you ever see her play against the Dream this year.
Izzy is in her 9th year and she's just now really performing. Brondello, no one else and no other coach in their right mind would say, I'm going to an expansion team and I'm going to bring Isabel Harrison with me. No other coach. Especially coming off the last 2 seasons that she's had. There's no other coach that would do that.
Well, considering her behavior in Chicago when Angel was there, and considering the separation that took place in New York, maybe she was the coach's pet, considering her experiences in Chicago, or the coach's snitch even.
Whatever the issue is really, we could sit here and guess all day and all night, but just know there's an issue and we're seeing it. And tonight was the icing on the cake. She called that young lady out of her name.
Well, there might be a reason why she's cheap. She's $400,000 a year player there, L.
She lucky she got that.
Yeah, but just to compare to other players on her team, that may be a reason why she brought her up. Maybe she did bring her to be an enforcer to some degree. But to me, from what I've seen, what Angel gets in her head, That's what it looks like to me, just an outside
Like
observer.
you go and bring a non-factor player with you to an expansion team. I can only guess that you did that because you know that she has an art with issue with Angel.
Yeah, and she's cheap.
And that might sound super crazy to a lot of people, but I read people. I have a discerning spirit. It's the things that sound so crazy that are actually true. Because to the human eye, like most people be like, no, that's crazy. That's wild. That doesn't even make sense. Until you overlook it because it's so ludicrous.
But I tell you what was true. Her reaction when she was asked a question, like you said, Elle, that we see asked hundreds of times every year in this league alone, mind you, a bunch of them. All she had to say was boilerplate. She's a great player. She's a great player. She's intense. She's this, she's that. And we were just trying to slow her down. And nobody would have said a word if she would have
Cause
said
no,
that.
because we ain't expecting for you to glaze her, but they're professionals, and professionals have respect for one another. It's really just
Should.
that simple.
Yeah.
She twirled her hair and threw a toot and
Yep.
made it very clear that she didn't want to say anything. And that was just way too catty for me because, like you said, Elle, you're professionals. You're at a press conference, not like somebody asked you on the street or someone asked you at the movie theater. You're in a press conference. You're
I
doing
agree.
your job.
That looked personal to you guys' point. That looked like that's screaming, I don't like Angel by doing all that. Just
Well, we know she don't. Well, we know she don't like Angel, and the thing is this. So it's listen. We about to go to 3 hours. L already know I'm about to.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about the
So,
game yet.
so can you do me a favor before you wrap it up? Because I want to
Go ahead.
respectfully address Brian Lewis because he keeps hanging his hat on Angel drove her shoulder into Nyara's ribs or whatever. Do you have the footage so we can see that play? Like the full play.
Mm-hmm. I got it.
Well, those idiot sites, WBB Women, whatever they call it, like L, they literally have like 12, they put out 12 videos already of that incident, saying Angel, whatever, somebody, they already put out like 12 videos of it. I'm sure they'll put out even more.
Mm.
WBB clips. I mean, sometimes they put out good stuff, but they also put out bad stuff with very deceptive headlines.
Yeah, I watch them sometimes. I have to keep an eye on them. Okay, here you go. Hold on a second.
And notice they didn't replay it. Anytime they call something BS or review against Angel, they usually don't replay it.
I mean, they always find a way to get her, right? They didn't get her on a foul or flagrant with that, but they get her for 5 turnovers with, that stupid travel call that wasn't a
And
travel.
they weren't even like real turnovers. They were bogus offensive calls and then a travel call where it was a gather step. And it's the same call that they made against Angel in the first matchup
With
with
Vegas.
Toronto. No, with
Oh, okay.
Toronto. When they played in Toronto, she did the same move. They made the same call under the same basket. Same exact thing.
Okay, let's see. Okay, guys, this is the footage.
And I know you good with the skills, Bro Claude.
We got rights to review under the YouTube law. Go ahead.
Tough shot.
Hold on a second. I can't play the sound.
Can you make it bigger, Bro Claude?
No, I can't make it. Let me see. It was.
Yeah, but not down there.
I don't think it was too egregious.
Hold on.
Or somewhere else.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it happened right there.
In the middle of her chest.
Boom.
But
wasn't
she's hanging on Angel. Look at
and
her.
she's not set either.
She not set.
So that's not Angel's fault if she's not set.
No, it's not. Right. That's not Angel's fault. She was moving.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's why she grabbed her, because she knew she wasn't set.
Right. She didn't get called for a foul.
That's not the best view. It's on the other side where you see the contact.
I'm just saying you could see Angel bump her head buckle.
No, what?
Review.
Yeah, but the contact didn't look consistent with what she did.
That's being under review.
It almost looks like a flop
That's
from
being
that
under
angle.
review. That's being under review.
Look.
They
One
did
thing
bring
I'ma
out the
do,
gurney, so she
hold on,
sold it well.
I'm gonna keep it real. I played this game. That was contact.
No, it was contact, but it wasn't contact to knock you out.
Listen,
I
nobody
said
not
it
gonna
was
move. Hold on, y'all.
minimal contact, but here's what I'm saying is,
I played football. I played basketball.
brother,
I played both contact
how big
sports.
is Bree Jones? How big is Bree Jones?
It doesn't matter. The small
Yes,
man,
it does, because Bree
no,
Jones was giving her more body in the paint, and she did not
do
respond
you
like
know
that.
a 5'2", 147-pound man against another man that's 270 has folded, and I'm just being honest. I don't know. When it comes to injuries, I don't know, but I've seen it, and
It's minimal contact.
Well,
Hear me out. It's minimal contact. Nyara has been out with an injury.
Yeah.
She should have stayed out with an injury, but Sandy Brondello's ego is bigger than her care and concern for winning the game and protecting her players.
Okay,
They were not. Hold on.
clear.
They were not
Listen,
banking.
ass
Wait a
don't
minute.
jiggle
Hold on.
until.
They were not banking on Bree Jones playing tonight.
No, they wasn't.
They didn't. They had no plan for her. And I'm glad that Carl and them didn't announce that she was playing until 30 minutes before the game.
Because now you can't beat up on Angel all game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good move.
That was a great move.
Phoenix Mercury.
Nevertheless, I thought the gurney was a nice touch when they brought that out.
Angel was worried about a tech being called. That's why she was like, "What the fuck?" She came into me. She wasn't I didn't do nothing. I was trying to make
Oh.
So, okay. Let me explain this to you. I'm gonna explain this to y'all real quick.
And Deneen, you're absolutely right. She was already hurt. She had no business playing tonight. But Sandy needed to have her in the game to contain Angel.
Okay, so you guys can see my hand clearly, right? You see my thumb? You can see my thumb though, right? See my other thumb, right? See how this hand is inconsistent with this hand, right? You can see it from the camera. You can see the hump, right? So that's a broken thumb that never got fixed or went to the hospital for. The 2 digits here. I have broken ribs. And it hurts in your stomach. MSL.
But that goes back to what KL said.
I'm trying to tell you because I've been injured like that.
That's what Elle said.
I'm trying to tell you what it feels like.
That's not Angel's fault. That's her dumbass for coming out and playing.
I'm not saying that. I'm explaining to you because of the statement you made. She's not holding her ribs. She was holding her stomach. Okay? Because first of all, the wind gets knocked out of you when you have any type of blow to your ab midsection, which Elle knows. She played this game. So when and I boxed, okay? So
I boxed too, bro. Claude.
Okay, so
I
then
played
you
basketball
already know
bro, Claude.
when you get one of those things.
So don't let me knock you out.
So when you get one of those, you know what I'm saying? When you get and you get
You're
one of those.
6'1", I'm 6'4.5".
Okay, so
we can get it on. Hagler and Hearns.
So
Let him finish. Let him finish.
When you get one of those things and you're not expecting it, it happens. She was wrong. First of all, she was illegal defense. She was playing Angel very close, which it should have been a foul on the floor before the bump because she was making contact. Angel went down to give herself some room because the girl was already, she should have been called for a foul in the first place. We just saw the footage. It's real easy. This is plain cut and dry. Angel didn't get no call, did she? No, because
she did.
The refs.
She took 2 free throws.
the refs know, just like we know, and L know this game, that Sibley was wrong. Now, if she was hurt or not, I don't speak on if somebody was hurt or not, even with Caitlin. But it's very unlikely, like L said, for it to be Gurney to come out. But let's wait for the report, and then we gonna revisit it, because I'm gonna roll with Rush, because if L say, because she speaks, she a woman, so I'm not gonna put myself in that.
And let's be clear what L is saying, so we all on the same page when we come back and revisit this conversation.
Because we gonna do it. Yeah.
What I am saying is, one, I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Let's just start there.
Yeah, we all.
Two, what I saw and what I know about playing the game and being hurt, seeing my daughters hurt, all of that is, I never said there was no contact. What I said was there was minimal contact.
I believe that.
And even with the replay of the slow motion that you showed from where we see the view from the back, where her body kind of like bends over, that tells me that she was already hurt, whether it was her ribs or something else. She has a history of being hurt. That's not her fault. But any minimal contact and at the wrong angle at the wrong time can aggravate something that already exists.
Agreed.
Yeah. I agree with that.
But we know, because it's Angel,
she brought
depending on what the report is, when it's released, it will make it seem like it's something nefarious on Angel's end.
And that
we know that
precedence
that's the precedent that they've set.
With
That is what
AT.
they continue to run with. Angel is starting to get too much shine. You have a lot of media pundits who used to talk bad about her, who are now starting to turn the corner and give her props.
Oh, she out of the mud.
Everybody that said when she goes to Atlanta, she's going to be a role player. She's not going to score no more than 10 points a game. Angel is defying all the negative that people have said, and she's still growing. And I think that's what scares a lot of people is she's not even in her full form yet.
No, I'm gonna stay right here, baby sister. No, Angel role player. No, okay. Angel role player. All right. I'm sister. You
and still
know,
still breaking records.
Angel role player, y'all. She got 2 other greats that's on there. That's where I'm at. Okay. All right. She's a role player. She's on there with other people that's not set for her, and she's a role player. All right.
Brian, can we please stop? Like you keep saying you're one of the biggest Angel fans, and I'm not one of those fans. And you know, me and Bro Claude have said this. Me and Keisha have said this. We've said this
And I'm the
across
same
multiple
way if you see
channels.
something.
We are not those kind of fans that can't call Angel out on things, right?
We gonna call.
But I take issue with people who keep. I'm a big Angel fan. I'm a big Angel fan. But you keep saying Angel hit her. No, she didn't. And the way that you phrase
It was a basketball
something,
move.
the way that you position the language matters, especially in this climate. So if you're truly an Angel fan, you got to shift how you even talking about it.
Well,
you keep repeating yourself in the chat over and over. She did hit her. It hurts. She did hit her. No, that's not what happened.
And the problem is, sorry,
go ahead. No,
so
just call it how it is for real.
The problem is this incident could either be nothing, or it can escalate either behind the scenes or in front of us, or behind the scenes and we don't even know it, because you got a situation where this thing could have been, I'm just saying could have been an act. And if it wasn't an act, we see how the coach acted. We see how Angel responded. And when you look at the AT situation and how they retroactively
it's real.
Did something like this can make you very, very nervous.
Yeah, it does. It does, and I'm gonna get up off of it real quick right now. So we gonna end.
So we gonna talk about the game when you say you're gonna get off it, or we
So we
signing off?
finna get up off of here for 3 hours. We finna get up off of here, and we gonna end it and come back and revisit.
Oh hell, we not talk about the game. The game be
We
over
gonna,
by then. You mean tomorrow?
No, we gonna we gonna revisit this.
L, you gonna be here tomorrow, so I have to deal with this man alone.
I'll be here with you. What time?
Okay.
Yeah, she gonna be here. She gonna come if I, you know what I mean. If I call,
please, NDT, please.
She answers.
Well, I don't think I have any friends on the Slurp side.
She
So I have
answers.
to come.
Wait a minute, hold on. She answers my bad call because she know I ain't just calling. So this is the thing. Let's see what the report is, so we could really call the thing a thing. And then L know I am. I'm gonna roll with Russ. Shit, he was right. Goddamn it. So the thing is, I could be wrong, but I don't want myself or any of us. I want to protect us, being the elder that's up here, because other people are watching, clipping, and trying to put us in a situation where we're not really saying what they feel that we saying. Okay, so I don't want for reference points. If someone was hurt, we believe in the person that's hurt. We can't tell nobody. I don't care if it's from Clark to the lowest man. If they hurt, they hurt. Okay, that's it. You know what I mean? That's all we gonna go on that.
Well,
we don't know. We not doctors and we not certified. I don't have a certification.
No, you're 100% right, bro, Claude, and I don't want to give off the impression. I'm just saying it demonstratively. I'm not saying it as a fact. I'm just saying it, as based off what I've seen. But no, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. So us on this show, on this panel,
let me this why I stopped coming up on these shows, because it's always somebody that yes, you a grown person, but if you can't get in on these platforms and in these comments, and anytime somebody has a difference of opinion than you stand 10 toes down, like your word is law. And then if somebody calls you out on it, then the response is, I'm grown, I can say what I want to say. And it tends to happen, I've seen, with women like myself who are outspoken and have something to say, and then a man in the chat gets offended because you think we're telling y'all to shut up and not have your opinion and say whatever you want to say. I simply made a suggestion about, if you're a real AR fan, then you already understand and have empathy towards her and the things that she has been dealing with. So as a real fan, you can call her out while simultaneously being intentional about the language that you use when you're calling her out. Now, if you take offense to that and want to come at me like I'm grown, that's your business. I don't really care. Take it how you take it. But you said something very important that I think maybe some people overlooked in the conversation, MSL. And that is that if they go back and retroactively look at this and then follow suit like they did with AT, and Adam Silver then already came out and said the quiet part out loud this week.
That he did it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I envision that happening, because don't you have to go back to the Chelsea Gray CC play and look at that, and that I think they're already stepping in it.
And they did examine it. That's the difference. They did examine it.
Guys, listen.
Okay, Brian, stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. Don't talk to me. Don't address me in the comments anymore. Okay? Let's leave it at that.
We giving energy to something that they're going to try to upload. Let's not do that, because I'm actually
but I was just going to talk us out of it, bro, Claude, because they did examine it. That was the difference. They did look at it. They did examine it.
No, I'm talking
and they
about
ruled it a basketball move. So they can't go back now and say it's not a basketball.
They did it with AT, bro.
No,
Stop.
but they never, it was never called a foul. They never looked at it with AT.
But
That's
they
the
never
difference.
called the foul.
So that was their excuse for doing it. Their excuse for doing it was, oh, a foul was never called. So basically they were saying they corrected a wrong. In this case, a foul was called and they did review it for a hostile act and they found nothing. I just said it in case they went crazy and lost their minds.
Yeah,
but
okay.
under the rules with AT, it was called a foul and it was examined. So if you go by their criteria, unless they change it, they couldn't retroactively overrule this.
You mean Angel.
Yeah, with Angel, they couldn't retroactively overrule this.
Yeah.
Me and Al just said that as a concern because of how Sandy was acting, but based off of the rules and what they said, it shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
And Sandy was being performative and it was intentional.
Yes, and it was intentional.
Yeah, so our concern is more for how Sandy was acting and the fact that Angel responded and what's going to happen now if this thing turns into a silent or overt brouhaha.
My brother Claude, my big brother,
Yes, ma'am.
please get your people because if I snap, it's not going to be pretty.
Okay, we get
Okay, can we just talk about the game real quick and then go, bro?
Every time I drop a hot banger.
Hold on. No, hold on. I'm serious. Brian, I don't know how old you are, what your story is. I just said, leave me alone. Stop talking to me. You've said what you had to say. I've said what I had to say. Now, if you keep playing with me, I'm going to get my people to find out where you're at.
Oh, boy.
Leave me be while I'm chilling.
Bro, Chloe,
okay?
we need to change the subject on end the show.
We about to. Okay, El, look, after these messages, hey everybody, my name is Bro Claude, and I'm here to tell you about the best whipped organic shea butter on planet Earth. It just so happens to be my brand, Bread House Butters. Sheens, shine, heal, treats, moisturize, condition your skin. Not only is this the best shea butter for you, but it heals good, smells good, and feels good. It is the best moisturizer that you can use. It clears up any scars, scrapes, stretch marks, blemishes, rashes, bruises, eczema, psoriasis, and most intensified dryness of skins. You can put this on your face, your hair, and your body, and I'm telling you, this is the best product that you can use in America because, of course, we make ours and crafted, handcrafted in our own kitchen. So I'm asking for you guys to support the #1 product that you're gonna ever be able to put on your body, Bread House Butters brand. And guess what? You can go to breadhousebutters.com. I said breadhousebutters.com and put your order in now. Thank you, and I appreciate everyone who supports.
Soldier that the streets talk about. If it ain't making money, ain't nothing to talk about. Keep my
This K-Servn Bro Claude. Welcome to the show. No filter, no rest. Get it off your chest. Talk to him. Say it with your chest. Let's go. If you got something on your mind, get it off your chest. From the locker room talk to the plays on the screen. We break down every moment, every stat, every scene. No sugarcoat now. We keep it real in the zone. From the sidelines to the headlines, we bring it home. Quarterback pressure, fourth down decisions. We calling out truth, no fear in our vision. Say what you feel, don't hold it inside. Sports talk therapy, let it all ride. Wins and the losses we analyze best. This is get it off your chest. Now confess, get it off your chest. Say it with your chest. No filter on the mic, we don't come here to rest. Get it off your chest. Say it with stress. Don't get it off your chest. Now say it with your chest. From the wins to the losses, from the hype to the stress. We bring the real sports talk. Nothing more, nothing less. Big calls, bad calls, pressure on the line. We say what fans thinking every single time. Say what you feel, don't hold it inside. Sports talk therapy, let it all ride. Wins and the losses we analyze best. This is get it off your chest. Now confess, get it off your chest. Say it with your chest, no filter on the mic. We don't come here to rest. Get it off your chest. Say it with your chest. Every game, every play, we break down the best. Get it off your chest. Say it with your chest. Sports talk, therapy. Now confess. No fake takes, no soft talk, no backing down when the game clock stops. Fans in the chat, everybody locked in. K-Sap and Bro Claw, let the show begin. Get it off your chest. Say it with your chest. No filter on the mic. We don't come here to rest. Get it off your chest. Say it with your chest. Every game, every play, we break down the best. Get it off your chest. Say it with your chest. Sports talk. Now confess. Yeah. This is get it off your chest. With K-Sap and Bro Claw. No filter, no fear. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Get it off. Talk to 'em. Now confess.
Bro Claude.
I don't see him.
KL, you still there?
I don't see her either.
Oh, I guess he didn't tell us he was going.
No.
There he is.
So
all right, hold on.
Can we please at least say something about this game?
No,
since you
my
had us on for
queen
3
just
hours.
came in the building and pulled the plug.
Who?
I'm gone, and it's not gonna be for MSL. Listen. Turn off your notifications every time we drop a hot banger, because I've stayed married 31 years and will continue to be that. Not because MSL want to talk about something else. I'm gonna get up off of here. We're gonna continue the conversation. I thank y'all for coming in, join the channel, be part of the channel. Listen, I'm asking
You know, if you didn't play 19 minutes of promos, we could have just gave a quick review of the game. I'm joking with you. I know you got to play your promo. I'm just messing with you.
What time tomorrow? What time are
I'm
you on?
asking everybody.
No, we're not coming to see you tomorrow. Let's get out of here. What time tomorrow, bro?
Anyway, listen, I'm gonna hit you on the email like I forgot today, but I will make sure first thing in the morning you get all the tips and information. Listen, you guys, please. I'll see you this week. It got hot, juicy, fiery.
He's gonna get a whooping, MPG. That's why he's going down.
Everybody has their own opinion, and everybody has their right to say whatever they need to say. And L have a right, just like anybody else, have a right to their opinion. And we can agree to disagree. It's all love, baby. Kumbaya. Listen, y'all, I thank you for what you've done. I thank you for what you do. And I thank you for what you will do. But on this hot subject, leave it in the comments. Tell me what you think. And then, yes, when we return on the subject, tell me what the answer is to the equation. So, as always, MDT, MSL, and L. So I will stay married another year. I leave as I came with another.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
This was a great show. I knew it was gonna be some rockets and fire. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. Listen, see you on the other side.
See you guys later. Andy, you should both protest tomorrow and be like, no, dude.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya.